good morning, family. Good morning, everybody. Very happy to be streaming today. If you can hear my voice, please go ahead and throw those A's in the chat right now. What is up, my team? What is up? What is up? What is up? And that's right, mahalo. Happy Fed Day to everybody. Today, we're going to be facing some serious pressures, man. Are we going to rate hike or not? Actually, is that something that we're going to have to vote for here? Because there could be one more rate hike team. Oh man, are we really about to get the last one? I'm not sure. Are we gonna get a lift today of 25 bips? I'm not sure. It's not our job to guess that, team. It's our job to be reactive to whatever they do say, right? But I'm very happy to be streaming today nonetheless. So let's go ahead and refer to the chat and see what's going down, man. So Lockup, good morning to you. Joel, good morning to you as well. Moderator Sebastian Lim, what is up, my dude? What is going on with FNG R, right? So at least, yeah, it's at 486, holding up pretty nicely, right? Not bad. Joel, TLRY, what's that one, bro? What's that one, man? Let's go ahead and just make sure that we can have that one added in there, right? So you said, I'll put it in there, man. Yeah, no problem. TLRY. Let's go ahead and have it there for my bro. No problem, bro. All right. So anyway, yeah, man, tell me about it. Tell me about it before I continue here. I'm just going to continue saying hello to the people. Good morning, Off-Grid Gorilla. Hello, hello. So now, Lenny, what's up, dude? Northwest. Topo the morning, right? And Zer, what's up, dude? Zer, my dude. Greetings from Swedenland, everybody. I trust your portfolios are green and well. I hope so, man. I hope so, too. I really do hope so. But check that out. That's $2.11. We're talking about a bounce here from 150 a few weeks ago. That's not bad for TLRY. Why is this thing moving? It's got an earnings, actually it had a surprise of plus 19.64%, but also a surprise of minus 263%. That's weird, but it's up. It's ripping. Let's see, biggest stock markets mover today, Alphabet, of course. We got that, Google moved. Google moved entirely in the opposite way that we were talking about yesterday, right? Which just goes to show, team, we can't ever bet on that on the earnings on the earnings stuff, right? Oh, Microsoft, right? Microsoft was one for us to take a look at. Oh my goodness, let me show you something, right? So let's go ahead and pull that up. I'll do it on a master layout. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I want to show you something regarding that ticker because I believe it had a good earnings, but the price action it did not agree. MSFT, right? All right, so let's go to the daily time frame. All right. So yeah, it had an earnings beat. Oh, actually, price action it moved up for a little bit, but look at this, it gapped down like crazy. So we're talking about a multi-point move here. The closing of this candle here, which is yesterday's close. Let's see. That was 350.98. And then it just it gapped down like crazy in the after hours, right? Because remember that this was reported in the after hours, right? So look at this. Price action came down like crazy all the way to 335.11. I'm wondering if this is retail trying to just take advantage of the discount before it continues to the upside, right? So yeah, very interesting times. It had a great beat, right? And then out of nowhere we just get that's why I'm saying we can't gamble the earnings anymore. It's not the same. I mean, yesterday Google was clearly reading a negative. I guess it was a negative read for me, right? But it's still, man. Look at. Let's just go ahead and look at it real quick. So that's for Alphabet, Goog. Yeah, look at this. Good earnings report, of course, and then just a blast off, right? So this played traditional, and the other one played inverse. It played random like crazy. And by the way, this ticker symbol Goog, 131.08. That's awesome. It's getting even closer. It's getting even closer to pre-pandemic levels. That's yep. It's looking really good. I think we're set to make some way. I wonder if, I'm wondering now, just thinking out loud, I'm thinking if Google pumped to the upside like this, so could there be a balance? It could be that, I'm speculating here, but could that Microsoft be the balance here so that we don't essentially, pressure the markets to the upside prematurely. Also because the Fed's going to be talking today. Huge speculation here. Team, don't take that so personally. I'm really just wondering here and talking to myself to see if I'm just trying to find other possibilities, right? So whether they're speculative or not, I know that you guys know what I mean, right? So just in case that thought is there, right? And actually, let's look at the macro timeframes here to see if we can get some other indications for a potential continuation to the upside. Let's see here. I'm looking for the moving average crossovers. Look at that, team. We just got that. We just got it today. We just got a golden cross here on ticker symbol GOOG. Oh, dude. Yeah, and the price action is likely going to react to this. At some point, it's going to have to come back and validate this, but this is the... I'm looking at the teal line, the blue line, versus the pink line. The blue one is the SMA 50 and the pink one is the SMA 100. So we got a clean break, right? So this is bi-daily validating that the SMA 50 is crossing. This is a great golden cross, man. Look at that upside pivot on the RSI. We're about to get a bullish cross on the MACD too. Good deal. I'm wondering if this is actually going to continue to the upside even still now. This looks very, very powerful. So let's go up the time frames and identify when the next silver cross could be happening. Actually, that's it's going to be quite some time, right? The biweekly time frame already got that silver cross, and the price action likely came back to quote unquote test that, right? Very close to it, but not all the way. So, and another thing here is that this is what I'm seeing in a macro perspective. So many tickers are building this right now. They're all building this the inverse herpy-derpy, right? They're all building this same thing right here, man. So if Google is printing this on a macro perspective, what the heck can that target be, right? I'll go ahead and come back to the chat real quick, team. I'm sorry, I'm just rambling on right here, right? So ramble on. All right, so let's go ahead and put this trend line right there. And the way you want to get that metric, the price objective, is actually from the neckline all the way back down to the head of the inverse head and shoulders. And then you apply that to the top of the shoulder, right, which could be here. And our all-time high could be around 195.45. Of course, it's just a ridiculous number now, right? But let's go ahead and validate. Let's see if the swing high to the swing low of the current flag that we're in could give us an indication of accuracy here or something, right? So in fact, it definitely could. So why not 192.95 at the 4-spot 618 and 195.45 at the price objective here for the psychological price. So yeah, absolutely something to rhyme here. We can go ahead and just put it here, team. I think that over the span of the next few weeks, there could be a continuation to the upside. Of course, we don't know what the Fed is going to say today, though. Right, so please remember, team, that if you don't have it in your notes right now, please go ahead and add them into your notes. So the Federal Open Market Committee, FOMC, is what I'm speaking of. They will announce their decision on the interest rates at 2 p.m. Eastern time today, okay? So that's going to be 2:30, Jerome Powell speaks at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time, okay? So it's just I think it's going to start at around 2 p.m. And so that's going to be 2:30 p.m. Eastern and 11:30 a.m. Pacific time, Pacific Standard. Okay, so mark that in your calendars. Make sure that you are aware of whatever's happening there, because this is going to put some pressures to whatever assets you have as risk on right now. Okay, so just to put it to you this way, if it's not going to be the FNG R position that I have, or if it's not going to be the AMC position that I have, with the exception of those, I will risk off. Okay, team, I will definitely be risk off. So definitely consider doing that yourself too, not financial advice. All right, team. So yes, let me just go ahead and come back to the chat here. I apologize, team. I just I wanted to make sure that we can speak, that we can speak here clearly about what could be happening with the Fed. All right, because if this is going to be the last rate hike, ooh, team, we may send the markets to the freaking moon. We may send ourselves all the way to the moon. All right, but yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and refer back to the chat and see what's going down. Nice teaser, dude. Good to see you here, my bro. You can hear me just fine. Good. I think that was a little too far for me to go. Let's see. XX, what's up, Arca baby? Hope the fam is doing good. Let's hit the likes. Let's see, show our appreciation. XX, thank you so much, man. That really means a great deal to me, dude. Every single day I come on here, you just show those positive vibes, right, my dude? It really is like that, man. We just have to support each other and have a good time at this, right? We are lucky and fortunate enough to be looking at the markets together like this, right, team? So very good times to be alive. All right, so now, Raka, hello to you. What's up, Andrew? Arca Live, is FNG R looking good or what, right? Yeah, let's go ahead and keep an eye on FNG R. Team, remember that we were already talking about a potential continuation to the upside of great proportion here. I see this as absolutely bullish, but I need for everybody to keep an eye on some targets, okay? Because we may be getting a pullback soon, and that is consistent to my theory of building an inverse head and shoulders, right? Just like the other macro timeframes on the on tickers. So if that's going to be the case, then the tiny little head and shoulders that the bears think they're building, that's going to come into a serious danger, right? So also, please notice here that the immediate short-term time frame, 4 hours, getting ready to reclaim its silver cross. So that should play in the price action pretty well too. Already, this 4-hour candle came right back down to test that area of about 466. Before continuation to the upside. It's currently sitting at 493. Very powerful price action there. Right, team? So let's go ahead and continue on here, right? So Casey, what's up? Scott, good to see you in here. And Zephram, what's up, my dude? Let's nuke it. Right, so Mindswap, good to see you. Phyllis, always good to see you here. Peter, what's up, man? What's up? And Daryl, good morning to you. So Arca, look at GRRR. What's going down with that one, bro? Yeah, we still need to take a look at that TLRY also, right? But hold on just a sec, team. We'll get to it as soon as humanly possible. So let's see, VIRI dipped to 206, now at 215. Nice. We're starting to get that shakeout and the potential strength regathering here for a continuation to the upside. I do expect VIRI to make some pretty interesting moves soon enough. Okay, so sorry, let me go back to Sebastian Lim. What did you say? GRRR, right? I'm not familiar with that ticker, but let's see what's going down. Okay, let's see the 12-hour, right? So, okay, did they just go through news or what's going down? Let's see. No, they don't have any news coming up. This is a pretty strong hammer candle being built. Yeah, being built on the 12-hour here, so that's not bad. There's a critical overextension. This is really oversold. The 12-hour time frame, RSI, is about to actually make a bullish cross. We're losing bear pressure too. Right, so I see why you're looking at it. Let me see the 30-minute time frame. Okay, this is gonna allow potential entry here, right? So let's see the hourly if it has a downside slightly. Bi-hourly, okay. Bi-hourly time frame is showing some strength. Okay, we have an upside pivot there. Let's see the 4-hour. 4-hour time frame. Let's see, hold on. There we go. Let me go back to the 4-hour. Okay, 4-hour time frame upside pivot. And it's actually contracting. I'm sorry, yeah, it's contracting from a critical expansion here. We're at support. Okay, so the downside is very limited, dude. If there is going to be a downside, it would be looked at right away, almost right away. Back to the area of about 220. Okay, yeah, I guess if I were to guess, entry here would have been between 221 and I would say slightly upside of the low, so around 216, right? So that was pretty much it right there. This is already showing the strength. Resistance from the EMA 21 and the SMA 200. Let's continue here. Let me see what's up. Yeah, dude, I think this is floored and it's already showing indications of a potential reversal here. I'm not sure if it's a macro reversal, right? But it's showing strength. So after it, look at this pump to the upside though. I'm wondering why it even pumped this hard and then it came back down and released and gave back literally 100% of what it gained. But there is volatility in this, and I'm wondering if it's because we have trapped retail in it. Very good deal. Dude, good for you to see this, right? And Barbara Young, good morning to you. John Smith. Let's see. XPEV. Volkswagen, let's see. Contract up 30%. And NEO moving as expected. ABVC has a reverse split of up 60%. Dude, that could be a short play, right? So we'd have to be super careful. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly, right? But Is that a Baruch or Barak? Barak? I don't know how to say that. Good morning to you. Arca, how are you? Good morning to all traders. I wish you a green day. I wish you a green day as well. And I'm doing fine, my brother. Thank you so much for asking. I hope you are doing well. I hope you're doing good as well. So, Joe, what's up, man? TLRY analysis. Let's go ahead and take a look at that, of course. So, yeah, we have that huge bounce to the upside. Did we get any news? We said, okay, let's see. It spikes as bottom line improves amid Q4 revenue beat. Okay, right. So the surprise was what sent us to the upside. Yeah, on upbeat Q4 revenue. Narrower loss. Nice. Okay, so it's improving. The fundamentals in the company are improving overall. So this is why this actually may be a macro reversal. I don't think it's going to return everything that it's gaining here because this is a pretty impactful upside. I don't know this fundamentally, right? You guys do. And if you're doing your homework on it, of course, right? But right now, there is space to actually run here all the way up to about $2.18 to face resistance on this because there's no, actually, is there? Let's see. Yeah, no historical price action within this gap here, right? So that gap is consistent of, like, we can draw it in, right? We can just go ahead and have it down in the notes, have it on the receipts here. I know that I'm slightly shy on the bottom side, but it's around 194 to about 218. Yeah, so we could face a resistance at 218. Let's see if the shorter time frames agree with that somehow. Let's see. Okay, so we're actually moving all of the moving averages actually below us. This is very good news. There we go. Okay, 12-hour time frame SMA 200. Right at our discretionary resistance. This is highly likely going to resist heavily from either, it may even be short, just shy of this, right? So let me try to see if I can get even tighter, right? I'll bring it down just ever so slightly here. So we're looking at 217 top now. Okay, so 217 is where I'm looking. Price action currently has a high of 211. Okay, so that's already, that's fair. It is fair enough. Okay, so yeah, anywhere between 217, 218, we could get a resistance, a pretty heavy resistance at that. And check this out. Look at this. 12-hour time frame, silver cross. Happening right now. It's literally happening right now. It's about to, I can't even, let me get the price action to get out of the way. Let's see. Oh man, that's about to happen. So the price action is reactive to all of these little things happening, man. So that means that we're getting cascading silver crosses and golden crosses all through the shorter time frames. This is very impressive. I do see this continuing to the upside, but I would express that it is set for a pretty nice pullback here, okay, team? So usually when we do pull back from these areas like this, then support areas of the 203 is very, very understandable. Why? Because of this candle here. Right, that candle there has a high of, I know it's hard to reach, right? This is the OHLC, the open, high, low, close, right? So let's go ahead and hover over that candle, and we're currently sitting there, right? So that's a high of 202, price action at 203, right? So it supports from there, potential bounce to the upside. This is an area we're going to have to combat before a continuation to the upside, okay? So let me look at the 30-minute real fast. Okay, so here's the pullback that we could be using for a potential get long, right? Or, yeah, for potential entry here. Let's see the 15-minute time frame. Is it more aggressive? It's actually corrective. Wow. 5-minute time frame downside as well. Hourly time frame still to the upside. We're getting overextended. Bi-hourly still with an upside. Yeah, this is very powerful, and it's actually set to continue to the upside here. If sentiment feels like it, this can continue to the upside for a few days before it can face some real resistance somewhere else. Everything on momentum versus volatility is suggesting upside. This is still upside and bullish control zone momentum, right? On almost all of these time frames, and all of them are increasing volatility towards the upside. So yeah, man, I think that this 12-hour SMA 200 would be a very temporary resistance. Come back and validate the area of about 202 to 203. If it's not already what we kind of expected here, right? And then actually this thing would prepare and continue on to the upside. This is very powerful. So, and now, let's see. So, yeah, and this is a good mover too, man. You're looking at about 14.68 million shares exchanged on a 10-day close. So that's yeah, this is very good. It's impressive. And what's going down with the cap on this, right? So it's 1.3 billion and 649 million in the share float. This is a pocket level of what I trade myself. This is literally what I trade. I know it's a little cheap here, but yeah, these are the metrics of what I usually like to day trade myself. Very good stuff here, man. Good find. Let's see. Let's continue on with the analysis here, team. Anyway, yeah. So let me go ahead and load up. I need to look at VIRI too, right? Let's see what VIRI is doing. Okay, this is the daily already. All right, so we have a 202 drop, which was supported by the 3-spot 272, and now we're increasing. But the 202 is actually a relevant golden pocket, and it bounced right off of the. I mean, let's see, 202 was the price, and the knot 382 was $2. It bounced pretty aggressively, and it's finding resistance right now, right at the 215 of the knot 618. Also, the resistance from the ascending, from the rising wedge, right? So it is going to be an area for us to combat. It's been kind of stuck between that area, right? So it's facing a top side of around 218 or 217. And I do have to say, though, it just keeps on building these higher lows, right? So something is good within this. I'm still bullish the asset myself, team. I don't see any immediate danger right now. In fact, we're knocking in the door. I don't know what to consider this. Look at the price action, right? This is the mean band, if you can see it. Let me just get super close to it, right? You tell me. This is that thick little, the red there. That is actually the mean band of the Gaussian band, right? So, and the price action is sitting like, so slightly above it. So technically, this would be a breakout, or actually we succeeded the inside of the mean band, which is kind of a big deal. I know the indications right now are kind of crappy, right? I would like a clean break upside of it, right? Because this is not enough, right? But yeah, so if we're breaking inside of this mean band, that kind of would indicate here a potential upside. Man. Yeah, I'm thinking here that we may actually have a shot of completing the 125% total upper bound of the first standard deviation from our 5-day volatility versus momentum backtest, right? So this is the criteria here. Anytime that volatility has expanded in the critical expansion here within the 90 percentile and has started a contraction phase, paired with stochastic momentum with an upside pivot, that has happened about 5 times historically, right, throughout the entire trading history of VIRI on the 5-day, giving us a 100% upside accuracy. The mean is about 64.76%, of which we met already, and I did calculate the standard deviation from this with its upper bound performers and the lower bound performers as well. Okay, so that's the 60.24% average performers, where 68% of the results land. Then we have an upper bound of the first standard deviation at about 125% to the upside, which is indicative of $3.35 top. So the areas of resistance on that, I mean, the only one I can see so far is $3 and $3.28 is a resistance that I can see, and we're looking at $3.35 statistically speaking. So man, yeah, that's pretty good. And 315, the reason why I have that highlighted is because of the daily time frame, right? So the daily time frame was where we gapped up this huge candle here. I'm sorry, the gap down candles, right? That's the top side of this candle here at 315. That's the only reason I have the 315 and the 1.61. I didn't put the 1.618, right? So that's I'm saying that this is the only reason why the 315 is being present by me and giving high importance, right? So yeah, team, it's looking pretty good, and the price action is very curious that we are within the signal of this powerful upside 209. We're combating that thing right now. Okay, so let's just keep an eye on it, team, and continue on the analysis. Okay, so did we get that 169 touch or not already, man? Did it do it or no? Let's see. Bottom side of Look at that, the low. We actually touched it. We actually touched the 169. And we got a pretty substantial bounce from that too. So yeah, let's go ahead and keep COSM not only in our thoughts, also in our prayers. My goodness. All right, team, I know there's a lot of drama within that, and this is this is one of the reasons why I've been a little bit absent. It's just been so tough dealing with retail, with COSM, especially when you're a paid data analyst for them, right? So I run statistics for the company's price action. I have no idea what the heck is going on internally though, right? As I shouldn't. It would defy the purpose of my position entirely if I knew. It would be best if I didn't know any insider information so that I can be able to give an accurate read of the statistics behind the trade. I don't understand how that is so difficult to understand, right, team? So the whole point of statistics is that you don't know, right? So that you could possibly speculate with higher probabilities. My goodness, man. Mathematics really are still looked at as like these, as like if you were a magician or something. FNG R, let's see where you are. You ripping or what? Here you go, team. Just as we expected, running to the upside. We have 505 already reached the top side of 508 on FNG R. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Sebastian Lim, keep your eyes on those targets that I talked to you about, my bro. All right. So the thing is here is that I don't know if you guys know, right? If you guys run, if any of you team in here are running options contracts on FNGR, and this thing is set to make moves to the upside of a huge caliber, then, for example, this, if you do have a strike in your options of $5, right? So say you have you bought an out of the money. So whoever just had it at $5 just went in the money right now. Actually, I think I have let me see if I do. I'm not sure if I have a $5 strike, but I need to check out my position here. Just a sec, team. I'm going to explain to you something very, very important. Okay, good. I have a strike of $6, right? So if you have a strike of $5, right, and this thing runs in the money, good. You're going to get an IV pump, right? So this thing is going to continue to the upside, giving you those returns pretty nicely and really aggressively since you ran in the money. Right, open interest is naturally going to increase there. But why I'm saying this is just say something like this, just to speculate here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and just get into story time. If price action here does continue to the upside ever so aggressively here, and let's put this into perspective here. Let's say if this thing just ran to $20, right? Let's say that it went like $5 and then $20 the next day, right? We're all the way up to $20. So not only did you get an IV pump, right, which makes your implied volatility in your options contract extremely high, and you are getting now a serious amount of Vega applied to your delta. You'll learn that later. Whatever. It's just for now. I have to say it, right? So that's in that you're gonna have to be faced with a decision there, right? So you're trading at $20, right? And you have a options contract that has a strike of $5. So if you're trading at 20, you have every right to exercise your contract. What does that mean? What does exercise mean? Well, you have a choice to liquidate or open the contract. You can open the contract, the options contract, right? And you can actually bring out your 100 shares from the one contract by paying the premium of $5 at the strike. So $5 times 100 shares, $500. So you open it up, and then you have an extra 100 shares from that contract that you bought at $5. So now you can sell those 100 shares at $20 because the lit exchange is showing you a valuation currently of $20 per share. How about that? Right? So kind of makes you think, like, should I have never been averaging down? Should I have actually been adding long-term contracts instead? Right? So this is something that's called exercising options contracts, right? So that's in that case, right, team, is just in that event to where you do run to some stupid numbers, right? All the way up there, and you have a $5 strike. You have every right to pay $5 a share for them. Let's just say you had 100, right? That at a $5 strike. So if you're looking at let's see, if you're looking at spending $2,500 Yeah, so that would be let's see. Yeah, if you're looking at about a $2,500 what is it? Profit, right? A $2,500 profit from the exercise price, which is, I'm saying that if you were to exercise, how much would that cost actually? Let's bring up a calculator. I'm very curious to talk about that. I'm gonna give you guys some scenarios right now that are pretty interesting. Okay, so right now we're talking about $500 per contract, right? That you would have to spend in order for you to bring out the 100 shares. So 500 times, let's say you have 100 of those shares, right? So that's going to be 500 times 100. You're looking at $50,000, right? So man, actually, let's not do 100. That's a little too high, right? Let's bring it down a little bit. Okay, I know that you guys, I know some of you may actually be rocking that kind of money, right? But you would have to spend, if you have the capital for it, well, let's just, you know what? Screw it. Let's just do it because this is all theoretical, right? So, dude. Okay, so $500 is going to cost you to exercise one contract, right? So $500, let's just do it. Times 100 contracts is going to cost you $50,000, right? So the arbitrage is what you're looking for here, right? So now what it's going to cost when you sell, right? Saying that you're trading $20 per share. How would we figure that, right? So that's going to be $20 per share times 100, right? So for one contract, let's see, 20 times 100 equals $2,000, right? So $2,000 times 100 now. It's because you have 100 contracts. You're looking at an arbitrage of spending $50,000 to get your 100 contracts exercised, and you're getting back a return of $150,000. See what I mean? Huge times here. Extremely huge times here. So that is actually called exercising your contracts, right? So I can't tell you to hold or to sell whatever options contract you have, but I know that whoever does have $5 strikes are right now sort of in the money or at the money, right? So your implied volatility, you may be increasing a heavy amount of value, right? So yeah, team, it's looking pretty good here, man. There is an opportunity to make some serious cashola. Right, so another thing, did you guys notice yesterday that ticker symbol AMC was dropping while APE was running? How the hell is that? Like that's all manipulation, man. Nothing of that nature speaks organic price action. That's people trying to shake off, trying to say, APE is going now. You know, let's get out of the AMC and go to APE. Playing games here, man. The God Martin, let's see, my broker allows you to close to exercise. Nice. So it will use some of the value you are up to purchase the shares. That is awesome. Not everyone does that. And actually, for example, like if I imagine that if you were running Fidelity options, you would actually, if you didn't have any more capital, you know, any free settled cash in your account, and you want to buy the exercise fee for several contracts, which is going to be in the thousands of dollars, especially if you're looking at 100 contracts. If you don't have that capital in your account and you say, for example, you just, I have another position I can just close. I can do this right now because this will be a huge arbitrage. So you close that position, but you realize that your cash is not settled even still, and you're not able to buy it. So what you're presenting here is actually awesome. What a broker is it? Speaking to you, the God Martin, thank you so much for sharing that. Steve Mertz, how you doing? I thought it was better to just sell the. Yeah. It is better. It's very rare for anybody to exercise the contract. I'm just saying here that if you have contracts sitting at with a $5 strike and you're trading at $20 or even $30, you want to exercise your contract. You want to get those shares out because you're paying $5 a share in exchange for selling them for $30 when you bring them out. You know what I mean? That would be enormous, a huge, and this is how a lot of people made money on the AMC gamma ramp. A lot of people made money exercising their calls. I mean, really, for real, we're talking about buying a $9 call right? So, or even if they did it, if the let's see, price action was around $9 to $15. So if you were trading at $9 and you got a $13 call out of the money, and the price action goes to $70, you bet people are gonna pull out. People are gonna exercise those shares, paying just $13 per share, and as soon as they're out, they're gonna sell at 70 per. I mean, that's an enormous thing right there. So you're up 100% on those $5 contracts now. Price action, where is it? It's at $5. You're at the money right now, man. So if let's pull up something here. I'm down to see this. Let me see FNG R. Because remember, I'm expecting still a little bit higher here. So let me go to the 30-minute time frame. Okay, it's getting an upside pivot here, increasing volatility. All right, even the MACD is starting to show the the diminishing of bear pressure. Let's see the hourly time frame FNG R. Okay, hourly time frame has an upside pivot on the EMA3, and we're critically contracted. We're in the gravitational zone of the bull strength percentile on the RSI. We're regaining strength here on the hourly on the MACD. Okay, let's see. Upside pivot on the bi-hourly, increasing volatility. Upside pivot on the, we're vertical pretty much on the RSI and the MACD. Let's see the 4-hour time frame. It's still an upside pivot. Dude, I can't tell you what to do, but I really feel like the price action is going to continue to the upside even still today. And one of those targets could be around 522 at the SMA 50 4-hour, right? But if we can combat that, there are higher targets to look at here too. So let's see. To be very honest, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm looking at this area here, right? So hold on just a sec. 518 to 522 is because of the SMA 50. So there is a fair value gap right here. Okay, that can likely serve as resistance there. Let me go ahead and draw it in. This imbalance in price action, this wick low to this wick high, candle in between, is very close to this fair value gap as well. Okay, so yeah, there is a resistance coming up, and I would say 516 to about 542 tops. It has the potential to reach today, clearly, right? And it may actually be a probability here, because then we would build a seriously bullish formation. That would be 3 white soldiers on a daily. You're at 501 right now, 502. The volatility is what we need. We need more volatility, right, in order for your options contracts to continue gaining. You bought the, okay. Nice. Yeah, it's just as long as you do have volatility riding to the upside, your options contracts are going to make it. But if you're moving slowly towards the upside, you can lose money during that too. What's up, Danny Gonzalez? How you doing? What are you playing? So let's see. 90. Yeah, man, FNG R looking extremely powerful on today. Yeah, team. Does this have an options chain? Man, that would be incredible to play some puts right up there. Yeah, but TLRY, I do expect to continue to the upside. It's very powerful. Damn, look at that, 505. Let me look at the options, because I'm to be very clear with you, team. I mean, you could have some very out. You can have some. The expiry on your options, right? 511. Look at that, man. This is the volatility I'm speaking of. Okay, when you are getting this volatility, your options are going to increase. Just checking stuff out. Yeah, man. So this is the pullback approaching, I'm thinking, for FNG R. Okay, so we're going to be waiting for this 516 to 542 resistance. We've been here before, right? We've seen actually FNG R just put to shame some of the resistance levels that we've even talked about in a discretionary manner, right? Of course, we're talking about as we move up on the price action, and something that I didn't statistically back, right? So it just happens like that. So just to give you a quick example here, oh my goodness. Remember, I bought an in the money call option here with a $3 strike. That options contract is currently up 76%. So this is massive. At this point, I'm like, why am I not even selling, right? So, yeah, I think I want to wait. I mean, we're at a resistance right now, but I think I want to wait to see if it actually can push. It's at 512 for you, 514 here for me. If we can push to that 542, I'm just gonna get out of the damn options contracts, right? And then just compound. I'm gonna wait for the pullback. Remember, I'm saying that this thing could be in the process of building this head and shoulders. Right, so that's no guarantee either. So it's already a 510, pulling back ever so slightly. It's just it's just a heavy resistance there. Okay, but 516 to 542 is an area that we would essentially need to combat for us to continue onwards and upward. Your $6 strike is 90% up. You're up over 80% on 14. Wow, that is awesome. Are those all August 18th, Zephram? The August 18th expiry? I'm gonna reload contracts, team, just to be 100% nice, man. Good deal. This one is also, let's see. I mean, I bought it in the money because I just wanted to risk a little bit less, right? Wow. Yeah, this is incredible. Yeah, that's insane. So what I'm saying here is that I'm gonna load up contracts again. There we go. 516 top, just resisted immediately at that 516. Let's keep an eye on it. Okay, team, because we're gonna pull back here. I mean, even if you wanna play it seriously here, the aggressive trader will try to get short the asset at 542 or play the downside with a long put, right? But there's nothing I can do to guarantee that that's going to be your resistance level, right? So very nice bounce from the mean at 467 here. All right, price action at 517. Keep your eyes on this. Let's see. Wow, incredible. 520, man. This is increasing volatility. That's good. 525 already on damn. Wow. All right, keep your eyes on this, team. Let's go ahead and pull up the shorter time frames here. We're gonna need something else, right? So let's look at the 5-minute time frame. We're in this zone already. Let me get rid of this. It's starting to get a little convoluted here. Julius, what's up, man? Let's go. All right, team. So yeah, please remember that I am expecting a pullback within this zone. We're already in a critical resistance here, okay? The top side of this is closer to 542. If we start noticing some weakness, then that's going to be the area where I'm going to liquidate my positions and re-enter, because and that's no guarantee. I'm telling you, don't follow me, okay? Because the thing is that I'm looking for the short-term gains. I am out the moment I have profit, and then I'm just gonna come right back in. Team, I know that some of you are in this for the squeeze play. Do not take this by offense. I am not, okay? I am not here for the squeeze play. I'm actually here for the volatility plays up and down. Am I going to hold some shares? I don't know. I haven't made that decision yet, because I do want to get this to drop to around 492 if I can, to get shares on this, right? So I'm not playing that kind of game, okay, team? I'm really just I want to get the short-term gains in and out. Daryl, if FNG R rejects soon, what's the pullback zone? That remember yesterday we were talking about a very, very interesting pullback zone. So that's the head and shoulders theory. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, so yeah, I guess it would be of, oh damn, that options contract is super up there. I'm almost at 100% profit. So yeah, at 520 currently. Let's see, Joe H, what's up, my bro? Here he goes. Okay, this is gonna be the shaking hands of shorts versus longs. I do think that there could be a short play here at 542 if we get that. Okay, but we're getting a little bit of weakness already in the market. But that may present this. Yes, nice. Let's try to get it 522. All right, team. So yeah, what we're looking at here is a potential. This is the speculation. Okay, I think that the bulls are preparing a bear trap here. So the bears that are not paying attention to this are going to be subject to some serious losses, okay? But this can present a pretty nice short-term opportunity for the bear case. All right, so let's go ahead and just take a look at this. What you're facing here is the right shoulder of what could be a head and shoulders formation, right? So my speculation or my thesis is that we would find the resistance somewhere around that area of about 516 to 542. We're at 522 before a serious pullback, and that would be the creation of the shoulder, the complete validation of this shoulder here. Okay, so if we're gonna get some type of a pullback, I'm thinking that this can come back. Like I said, team, it's maybe 410 to the area of about 3. I would have to favor this 385, right? And then this thing would actually bounce to the upside from there. 385 is super critical because that is the broadening descending wedge that we're looking at as a support. I can't even draw it here. Let me see if I have my oh yeah, I do have my thesis up. Good. This is what I was talking about. And here's the whole thesis too. Good. Let me see if I can see it in the 8-hour. So this is what we were talking about just yesterday, right? So yesterday, I actually presented a different scenario. It actually could be 528 to 548, but 542 is very close to it anyway. All right, so yeah, resistance level up here. We come back, and I'm not talking about this as a temporary. I'm not talking about this as the all-in-all support level before we take off to the moon. But I mean, it's possible because the 1.618 at 477 is located there. I'm just saying that it would be ideal for this to actually make the right hand shoulder, right? So if we can make let me just bring this down like this. If it could actually get the shoulder all the way fabricated here, then the shoulder would come back down to this area down here. And it's very critical there because that would be the support line of this broadening descending wedge, right? So the broadening descending wedge located right at that level down here, right? Right in that same level, you have the knot 618 at about 410 with the knot 382 sitting at about 395, which is why I said maybe 385. Who knows? But the golden pocket is there. Also, the support from the broadening descending wedge is there. Also, that's the neckline from the, let's see, is it a daily? Or what the hell was this formation doing, right? So 6 hour, yeah, 6 hour, there we go. So we're looking at a 6 hour head and shoulders. That would be its neckline too. So that's what I'm saying here as a bear play, as a bear trap, right? So this price action would essentially come right back down here to face all kinds of support. I mean, really a massive amount of support there. 525, check it out, team. We're still moving. I have to be honest here, I'm still expecting this. I'm not being a bear, okay? I'm telling you how the bear thesis may look, okay? I'm telling you that I'm protecting my gains here. I am not going to give back what I already gained. I will not give it back. So, Joel, to each his own, make money, take money, that's right. JD Nettles, is that something I just haven't noticed, or is the market prepping for something? The market is prepping for something because we have Fed Jerome Powell speaking today. On the potential last rate hike. Sandman very down 5%. Good. That's actually the good thing. We want to get that reaccumulation, and we want to get that ABVC looks interesting, and we also want to get that volatility towards the downside. Biopharma play here. Let's see the daily time frame. This thing actually IPO'd not too long ago. This was March 16th this year. It's it looks like it's a mover. It's a daily mover, right? So if we're looking at this as pulling back from the SMA 200 on a daily time frame, very clean touch too. Has a huge gap down now. That's going to naturally serve as the support line. So we have to keep that in line first. Okay, team. So let's go ahead and look back in the 30-minute time frame. Could this thing continue? Well, wow, it could actually. 30-minute time frame, upside pivot on stochastic momentum, increasing volatility even still, going into critical expansion, meaning that this, if it's still favoring the upside with increasing volatility. That's hitting the gas to the upside, right? So you're throttling to the upside here. This is super volatile. And what happened though? Let's see. 23 minutes ago, ABVC signs term sheet to acquire real estate assets. Okay, so it's a very good catalyst for this. And I'm not sure if it's like macro bullish. I don't know, right? Hourly time frame still pivoted towards the upside, increasing volatility as well. Let's see the bi-hourly time frame. Upside pivot as well with increasing volatility. It's looking promising. EMA 3 just corrected to the upside, very likely for the SMA 14 of the stochastic momentum to follow along too. This is pulling back for a temporary reaccumulation, and it looks like it could be a 30-minute bull flag. Yeah, there was an RS here, the split. That was a 1 to 10 RS on July 25th, which was just yesterday. Right upon that, literally at the split call, it rose. It jumped up to the SMA 200, and then it rejected. But now it's actually continuing to the upside. Somebody planned this very well. Whoever planned this, the market movement here, they knew that they were not only going to just reverse split and capitulate, but then they had in line a very powerful catalyst to announce after the RS. This is whoever executed this knows what they're doing. That is good. I like how cold you get, says Joe H. That's right, my dude. Ike, what is up, my dudes? Guys, please remember, Ike is actually the mastermind behind the ARQ indicators. If you do, which is, this is one of them presented right here. If we were to have followed the ARQ indicators, 30-minute time frame longed us right here, right at 413. So we're currently in the money. Let's see. To the present moment, we're in the money 48%. Which, by the way, at one point, you were up 66.19% based on the ARQ. Based on the ARQ indicator, the armor indicator, right, team? So that is this represented here. And it's still, that's good for us to notice too. It still hasn't printed a short signal. So this is still suggesting upside continuation too. Yeah, team, I think if even the algos are suggesting that, then me too. Check it out, 30-minute time frame bulls. This is the ARQ DBSI is actually 59% leading with the bulls, 41% bears. This is also suggesting bull strength. Yeah, team. I think this is very likely going to continue to the upside. And let's see. Man, I have to actually look at this in a larger time frame to even see where some of those resistances can be. Okay, let me pull up the 8-hour with a Gaussian band. We're already breaking upside of that. Okay, good deal. Okay, look at this. Look how perfect is running on the Gaussian channel. We resisted perfectly from the top side of it. We're rejecting right now. I assume that we reached 546 at one point, but now we have to combat the mean band yet again. It's not bad. That's not a bad thing. It's just that we're knocking at the door of this, and this thing is prepping for a macro breakout here. And then, man, nice. Look at that. This is the bi-daily Gaussian band. It resisted perfectly at the mean band. So yeah, this is what we're doing right now. We're validating the support. We're pretty much there. I would be longing this like here somewhere. 594. Let's see the 5-minute time frame. Slight pullback on the 5-minute. I don't think this can surpass 563. The range is 563 to 576. I don't think it can go lower than that. Of course, anything can happen here. This is a 5-minute time frame. Let's just adjust that range. So, yeah, I would say 577 to 551 area to reload here before a continuation to the upside. Yeah, and perfect. I was expecting one of the moving averages to be there. This is the EMA 21, so giving us a higher probability retracement here to 569. We're already getting some indications of that, but some FOMO is going to start applying here soon enough. Okay, team. So yeah, this is what I'm looking for. A test of the EMA 21 567. I said 566 earlier, and I readjusted here. Right. So this is good. And for an upside target, like I said, team, this is prepping for a larger scale breakout. This could actually be a pretty good swing play too. Let me get rid of this stuff right here. Right. So if we are loading between that area 577, your natural upside target is going to be 686, right? Yep, that is what happened, Daryl. And I know I was telling myself too. I was literally telling myself that it's getting really hot in the studio. I need to make sure to turn on the AC unit, and I didn't do it, despite the fact that I'm over here like sweating my butt off. Right, I'm still not turning on the the AC. Right, so I have to make sure to keep the air on in here. Right, so the computer does not like to run in this type of heat. I just needed to kind of wait for a little bit. Yeah, I needed to wait for a little bit so I can definitely get this. I'm gonna get it re-thermal pasted. I'm gonna dive into the computer pretty soon. So Eduardo, what's up? ¿Qué onda, Arca? What's up, man? It's just me, bro. This thing got really I think it really is just because of the heat. ABVC is running. Damn. Right, so 607 mean band. So this is the retest right now, the mean band. Okay, this could pull back ever so slightly here. Let's look at the 30-minute. There's increasing volatility right now. Let's see the 5-minute. It's starting to curl a little bit, but if I have to tell you the truth is, the targets to the upside, you're looking at some pretty high targets here. So back to the 12-hour, yeah, the topside targets I'm looking at already 689. So this thing is at 613, 611. Let's go back to the 5-minute time frame, see if we have any type of, or even the 2-minute. Let me see. How close can we get to this thing? Yeah, I can honestly long the anywhere between 604 to maybe I would say around 596 to even 604. That could be in a discretionary manner. It could be a good entry too. 52-week high of 18. Damn. Well, that's to say if it does recover, right? If it does recover back to those highs, which I mean, actually, this has been trading for a very short. Actually, no, 2016. And the high of this, yeah, the 52-week high, I definitely see it at about $18, right? It's all, yeah, the next targets would be the obvious 716 or whatever that top that we just faced, followed by a continuation to 979. That's why I'm saying this could be a pretty interesting swing play. Currently sitting at 608, 609. This is I feel like this is starting to, I feel like the bulls are starting to take control here. Let's see, let me go ahead and check out RVol. We're still below the moving average. Okay, so that's, I think some longs will actually wait until we are above the 5-minute RVol. So as soon as we actually reclaim, we reclaim the moving average, like right here in volume, that's where I think bulls are going to start entering here. So this is probably reaccumulation right now. Everything is above us. This is looking powerful, team. This is all loading here. All of this right here is loading. It's using the EMA 21. Let me get rid of the Gaussian band. We don't use that in the short time frames. Yeah, this is making the conversion. It already reclaimed now the EMA 21 and the SMA 50. Hold it. Let's go back to the 12-hour and daily time frame Gaussian band and let's see if we're still combating that resistance. Yeah, we're combating that resistance there, team. Let's go back to the 2-minute. Let's see what's going down here. This could be a very, very lucrative play here, team. We have let's see, the average volume is nice too. 1.18 million on a 10-day close. Yeah, I would have already entered here somewhere 604, 607 even. This is it's pretty much their team. So this is not bad. But with a stop, right? So let's see, 5-minute time frame. Is it bleeding to the 15-minute? Yeah, hold off just for a sec. If you can do a, I would actually wait to see if we can get some type of entry there, right? So scale in. I would be scaling in from that 604. Oh, there we go. Okay, here we go. Where's it? Where's the moving average? Where is it? Come on. On the 2-minute, right? Let's go to the 2-minute time frame. Hold it. EMA 55 support. Let's see which one it bounces off. Let's see which one it wants to respect. SMA 10 resistance. SMA 100. Wow. This thing is super volatile. It's almost... This is FOMO, team. People are wanting to get this thing to the upside. This is very, very interesting. Oof. 5-minute time frame golden cross just happened right now. Literally, that thing just popped off. Price action will react to that as well. AMC and BBIG sucking today. It's probably in the effect of the it's probably the effects of the you know, the Fed speaking today. FNG R crashing too. If we can validate right now the 15-minute close, let's see. We can now suspect that this would be the bottom side of the support line, right? So 551 to 577, the same area we spoke of. This is all reaccumulation in here, right? So if you want to start a validation process, then you would wait the 15 minutes to validate within this, right? So if we are able to close this 15-minute candle, which is due in 13 minutes and 39 seconds, if we're able to close it within this range here, that would give you yet again another validation that 551 is in fact the zone. But this is the long area, right? So to start scaling in, back to the original zone. Yeah, this could be it. Who knows? Let's wait those 13 minutes, see if we can get that close upside of the 551. Jennifer, what's up? Good to see you here. Let's go to FNGR, see what it's doing, right? Damn, look at that. Interesting play here, team. Don't be fooled by that, right? This is just getting so much volatility in it. Is it correcting the 5-minute towards the upside? Phyllis, let's go ahead and add that into the list too. Remember, team, that we were speaking of this just to make it clear one more time, right? So the zone that we were expecting a pullback from was 516 to 542, probably even 548. Right, so we're actually pulling back from that area. To be specific here, it was around 525, it looks like. Let's see the high. Yeah, high of 525. And the thesis here is that we're potentially building this this head and shoulders, right? So at this point, I feel like I want to see if we can get one more pump to the upside, and that's where I'm going to liquidate the options, right? Because I'm currently up 68%. Nice, good deal. That is the way to do it, Sebastian. Of course, I was distracted, right? With blue screens of death and all kinds of stuff. So the dip on this, team. Yeah, just if the theory proves correct, then this zone would actually pull back the entire price action here. I'm really thinking that we could pull back anywhere between 385 to around 4. I would say to around 442, 443. Right, so I wanted to build. I actually wanted to build the shoulder here. Right, so that we can have that head and shoulders built. So I mean, it's already looking like that was it, you know. Hold on just a sec. I don't care about this weakness right now. We're at an inflection point. Are we gonna get a bounce here? Let's see. I am not gonna wait for it. I don't care. Let me just go ahead and I'm liquidating options now. I am out. I am out at 65% gain. That is incredible. Okay. Gone. Let me go ahead and take a look at ABVC yet again. So yeah, if we can let's look at this. 5-minute candle about to close within that. Let's see the 15 minute, 10 minutes for the 10 minutes for the 15-minute candle to close within this range here. So it's still this is still the loading zone, right? So the aggressive trader already got in. The conservative trader is waiting for the 10 minutes to be over. We want to make sure that we can confirm areas, so okay, I really just wanted to get that kind of out of the way too. So let me look at ticker symbol SOUN for Phyllis. Let's see what's going down with this. Okay, oh, you know what? I'm going to load up another master layout here. That's a little too much. Right, so let's look at SOUN on a new layout. So thank you, Off Grid. Appreciate you, my brother. Just might as well just take the profits while they're there and regain entry, right? It's all good. Even yeah, despite the fact that it's I don't care if it goes up more, right? It's pulling back. Remember, look at this. It's at 486. I liquidated at 495. Yeah, this feels, these wicks to the upside, the long wicks, they're not feeling too good. More, let's see. I hit the like button. Hi, it's Mark Roach. What is up, my dude? Good to see you here. Jennifer, is that the one? Is that the one that WRNT, is that the one that what Teddy Zane was talking about? Man, that guy plays some IPOs that really do rip. I mean, not always do they work, of course, right? Expected. Ooh, okay, so this is actually creating a breakdown. This was supposed to be a continuation formation towards the upside, actually. So let's see. This is gonna give us one target here. Oftentimes these triangles fail to literally rip right after. Okay, so this is suggesting a bottom side. I'm not sure that I can even reach that, but 197. We're starting to get an upside pump to it right now, though. Let's see the 15-minute and 30. Okay, they're both suggesting a downside. Let's see the hourly time frame. Okay, the hourly is upside, bi-hourly is upside. 4 hours starting to get its curl to the upside. Okay, so the downside may have already been completed. And this would essentially start to recover here. Let's count the iterations. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So it's on the fourth ladder. Remember that anything after 3 starts to give you a higher probability. Let me go ahead and see this right here. 20. Yeah, so the re-entry, guys, hold on just a sec. On FNG R, we're at 480. See, we're already falling. Okay, so we're going to be facing an ebb and flow here. Okay, so the whole thesis here is to try to see if we can get at least 410. All right, so let's see if we can get a scale in at 410. And then the bottom side target, remember, I'm talking about a potential drop to either 3. Let's put the regression in. Let's put the regression line in here. Let's do this. So this is around the 410 area, suggesting that if we were to reach 410, that would be by tomorrow, it would be power hour tomorrow, right? So if that's the case, right? But remember, at any moment, this thing could actually just rip to the upside and then just screw us all out of our positions, right? I get it. I understand here, but if I'm really trying to see if this is going to play the thesis of a huge bear trap, because we need to gain liquidity too, and the bears can provide that with their own FOMO. So if we're going to suggest a drop, there could be a wick right to 410, and then there could be another one like a shakeout type right back down to 380, 385. So Edward, we are expecting that. That is part of the play. I am expecting this. I spoke about this yesterday on our way up. I spoke about this yesterday when we closed at 471, that I expect an upside to 516 to 542, potentially 548, and we would reject here to start creating the right-hand shoulder of a head and shoulders, which would be a massive bear trap before an explosion to the upside. So it's following what we're talking about. It's following exactly what we're talking about. Joe Mama. So back to SOUN, right? So hold on just a sec, team. ABVC about to confirm that 15-minute at that 551 to 577. That honestly would that would probably serve as some type of validation, but it would still be just a scale in entry, because we have the EMA 21 located at 507. If we do get that touchdown there, that would be amazing. I'm not sure that it can, but I'm just saying that there is that probability, so I would reserve a little bit more of the total entry of whatever that is, just in case we do go to the 510 area. So let's go ahead and keep on looking here at SOUN, because I think that this could be setting up its reversal, right? So let's go back down to the bi-hourly time frame. Upside pivot on stochastics. We're decreasing in volatility, okay. Upside pivot on the hourly too. 30-minute time frame still showing that downside. So this is potentially gonna be the reaccumulation zone, just like I said, team. I do have to stick to that. Let's see. So we have one, right? I guess 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so in the 30-minute time frame, we do have about 6 ladders to the downside. That brings up probabilities a lot, right? But the thing is that it's still the 30-minute. It's an immediate short-term time frame. Let's see. Guys, don't get so bearish. We expected this. Please remember. we want this, right? We just liquidated our options positions. We want to get the hell back in. If we're seeing this play, the pros are seeing it too. All right, team. So don't get too bearish here. This is just a reaccumulation. It's not a bad thing. All right. So if you start to go on Twitter, and other influencers are going to be like, naked shorts, failed to delivers, right? So, and then boom, it's just part of the play, team. We're at an inflection point, a critical resistance. BBIG crashed? No way. Where is my boy? Joe H, didn't you have an open short on that? Damn, if you did, bro, congratulations. Damn. Oh man, that would be massive. Okay, so I think, team, back to this again. I think that the 6, if we got these 6 ladder downs, right, this gives it a higher probability that we are facing a potential, this could be the reaccumulation here for a continuation to the upside. Of course, we want to see what the 30-minute closure is going to do in 16 minutes on SOUN. So if this is really just building a healthy rise, then yeah, I would actually, or if it stays consolidating within this area, that is a very good sign that it found the floor. So the supposed floor is 225. We need a. I talked you out of it. Dude, hey man, I'm not gonna put you in danger when I feel there's psychology that can freaking rip your face apart. Right? So I'd rather you be safe. Let's see, Ike. No one to stop your prayers. That's true. Drooling to get back in FNG R. Man, Lenny, all of us, we're like, ugh. Like, was it okay that we liquidated here? Like, are we going to actually make this thing drop all the way down to the 410 or what? Right? But, guys, I just, in my personal strategy, I don't want to, go long right here at 254 and then get this resistance at 717 and then return 60% of what I gained because I have a good entry. I don't care. Right, in my personal strategy, I'm going to pull the hell out at the top side, let it pull back. I'm going to reaccumulate myself, right? I'll compound that so I don't have to endure those downsides. So in all reality, your rate of increase here is a lot more. It's actually exponential, right? Compared to the hodl or the hodl strategy, right? Let me look at BBIG. Just real quick. So BBIG Vinco. Okay, 200-day support at the 15-minute time frame. But let me look at this on the daily. Okay, what is it that we are considering a dump? It doesn't really look like one, man, and it actually looks like this is the sport touch that I was talking about, right? So let's see here. Daily time frame. Silver cross. Could it have the juice to pull to 295? Could it actually move a whole point down from here? The daily conversion of the SMA 100 is in. So in all reality, the confirmation for a short position would actually be not now. You would still need to wait. 372 bounce to the SMA 100 retouch at 395. Potential reach of 415, of which then I would consider. It's not to say that it's going to happen, but it's to say that I would play it in that form myself. I tend to wait for validations, right? So yeah, we have that. Look at this. I just said on the daily time frame that it's not yet. I would wait for the area of 372 to bounce to the upside first, and what do you know? On the 4-hour time frame, 372 EMA 21. That would have trapped you. Okay, so I would play it the way I play it, right? And you play it the way you play it, but I would wait for the bounce from 371 or 372, potential touch of 405 to 414. That would be the validation. So entering here or entering anywhere here actually is that's FOMO. But I would watch out, man. I would watch out still. I'm not gonna leave here without at least warning you, right, that your daily silver cross is getting really close. Okay, so there could be an indication here that we can resist from that. We can support from that 372, resist from the 414, and then by that time, hopefully the EMA 55 and the SMA 21 could be located a little bit higher, preferably right into this zone here, 323 to 333, which would be the validation for the silver cross and then a continuation up. I would not be, guys, it's dangerous right now. It's really dangerous right now, team, because we are looking at macroeconomic events. Okay, the releases, the data. We're talking about a potential rate hike that will put everything in the red if we do get a rate hike, right? So just, I would be very careful over what you're trying to decide here. I'm honestly, I removed the risk in the belief that we can make this bottom side touch by tomorrow. But if we do make this 410 touch today, then so be it. I'll try to enter it, right? Because that's part of the play. But my idea was to stay cash and remove risk from the markets today, right? But we're facing some blue chips reporting earnings We're also getting the rate hike from. I mean, if I don't know if we're gonna get it or not, but the sentiment feels like we are, right? So I'm just trying to practice the safe side of here, the safe side of things here. Okay. So just in case this thing does recover, I guess the daily SMA 100 would be a good place for it to do it. Keep your eyes peeled, Joe. I didn't mean to ruin your play here, but if you would have been in 4% up right now and then this thing recovers to the upside, would that have been worth it? I don't know. Maybe for some, right? So yeah, just keep your eyes here. BBIG for the silver cross on the daily. That's coming in pretty fast. It actually just got a 5-cent jump on an FNG R. MRE. Yes. I'll look at it, right? So let me just go ahead and take a look at SONN. Let's pull up SONN and see what the deal is here. Let's see the daily time frame. Oh man, this thing is barcoding on a daily. Jeez, that's terrible to be stuck there. Let's see. This thing already realized an inverse head and shoulders too, and it was pretty perfect. It was not bad actually. Is it practicing the formation theory pretty nicely here? That's the real question here. Let's see. To be fair, yeah, that's pretty close. The rejection is nice, and it actually started to support from the neckline here, and it broke down to create a shorter time frame head and shoulders right after it. This here, I know it's a little choppy, right? But it is a head and shoulders, and it failed its neckline. The neckline of this, yeah, I think let me see if it floored. It could still continue. Hold on. We'll take that trend line from the top side, right, and apply it to the breakout candle. This would honestly suggest 31.02. We're at 37. I'm wondering if it's actually gathering liquidity here before a flash to the downside, and then you'll get the upside. GLTO, that's the one we were looking at yesterday, right? Yeah, Zephram, you're saying it right, bro. Imagine taking a 50% drawdown. That sucks. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be part of that, right? So I would rather just, risk off, right? And then just wait for the moment for risk on, right? So it's particular to my style of trading, though, and not everyone has to do it that way. I'm just saying that I feel that it's logical for me to not give back what I've gained so far, right? So it's we're not in this. We're not in this for like these short-term plays, man. I'm not saying that FNGR is a short-term play. I'm just saying that it has short-term benefits because we're playing the volatility ranges, right? So that's not to say that we can hold a large position actually, right, on another broker to where that's the diamond hand position. Is it? I'm still getting an indication at 487, right? So 469. There we go. 470. And no matter who you tell, right? No matter how many times you tell anyone, right? So there's no way Arca knew nothing right here. He didn't call nothing. Right, that wasn't a resistance touch. That was not what we were looking for. That resisted there because of naked shorts immediately, right? So it just right. So no matter which way we can look at it, Arca's going to be wrong, right? But I again, this is part of the short-term perspective, team. I'm just giving you the forecast here, right? And if we can ride those waves, then so be it, man. We can actually capitalize on this. You're creating your own squeeze on the way up. Right, so, and I promise you, my moderators, a lot of them are actually holding this for a long time, and they're not letting go until they see the numbers that they want, right? But in my case, team, I'm not here to hold like that, because I am doing that on AMC and APE for 2 years now, and that's I'm never gonna do that again. If I promise myself to do that, to never do that again, I'm gonna promise myself not to do that again. Right, so just keep your eyes on the price action, team. Right, so the play is still on. We're looking for a retracement back to around 410. It may happen, it may not happen. Arca may be entirely wrong, but remember, I'm not, guys. I actually encourage you to be wrong, right? Because this will it'll expand your knowledge. You're not gonna get more knowledge by winning all the time. You're gonna get the impression that you are smarter than the markets by winning all the time, right? So, and then when the narrative shifts and then it starts handing you your ass, you're going to be like, oh, that sucks, right? So let's just be protective over how our own personal money is being traded. Joel saying, you are doing a great job, but we know FNG R is hard to analyze because of its manipulation. We make money and take money. That is absolutely right, Joel. Now, yeah, as long as FNG R is in a chart, then my boy, I can trade and I can chart the chart. You can chart the chart. All right, so anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at SONN yet again and see what the potentials are here, right? So 30-minute time frame is, I mean, it is suggesting a downside, but we're critically low in volatility. There is really nothing happening, right? So this is it came to a teeth-grinding halt, right? So this just stuck in this little range here, 35 to 37. Phyllis, let's see, we'll be wrong together and ride it up. The weather forecast, blue skies ahead. That's right. So, I mean, you know that these guys will be saying sometimes it's going to rain tomorrow, and it doesn't rain tomorrow, but they have to be still there present, right? So what are you going to do? You know, you're going to go tell them that you were wrong. Well, yeah, he was wrong, and that's it. You know, so, I mean, but he's sitting where he's sitting for a reason. Right, team? So I will definitely not be right all the time, team. I'm probably going to be wrong more often than not. But that's why we risk manage, right? We make sure that we can have our stops in and take care of our gains on that way up, right? So I'm really thinking here that this can pull back yet again. I'm not sure that it can pull back all the way to 35, but the first area of support I'm seeing here could be 36.39, and this is still consolidating. Bi-hourly time frame is it's giving you an upside here in just no volatility. Damn it. So when you have no volatility with an upside pivot, it means that you're going to have a tiny upside and a tiny downside. Teaser is saying we've got Arca. These waters are always charted, man. Yeah. Let's see. We are not uncharted. We are not in uncharted waters. Ah, dude. Northwest waiting for the dip. I agree. ABVC at 570, so it actually ripped it, huh? Nice. TUP is looking good. What exactly is TUP, by the way? Look at that, Joe H. Hold up, man. That's $3.99. Okay, my dude, that was a closure of 437 here. This is a support from the SMA 100. The last thing I want, dude, is that you went short when we're building a freaking bull flag, okay? That would be I mean, if you went short here at around even 448 and we're building a bull flag, oh man, that would really suck. Let's see. I'm down to look at it. Here it is. There's that pullback we were looking for, back to maybe 36.47, team. Made money with FNG R scalp and wait for it to dip and keep adding. Yeah, keep it, bro. Keep it. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you to watch. I'm telling you what to watch out for. Jeez, man. This is. I'm not even gonna pretend to guess here, my dude. But there is let's see. I'm really thinking, man. I'm really thinking that this could be a zone for us to touch. But even if it's by the end of day, keep your eyes on this one, Joe. At least keep your eyes on that, dude. 371 to 372 potential touch at the EMA 21 of the 4 hour. Actually, that for a short position myself, I would liquidate at 371 and then validate the resistance at 386 to 405, and then re-enter again and then continue on to the downside if there's a possibility here. Right, so you're looking at 333 to 323 cover if it does have enough liquidity to reach down that low. But remember one thing, dude. BBIG is full of bulls. So at any pullback, these guys are just going to think that this is just a reaccumulation. Let's go. They're going to all load up millions of shares again, and then bam. Just be very, very careful with these assets, man. Trading meme stocks like this, dude, is a very dangerous game. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what... let's see. Yeah, when the hell was the Fed supposed to do this? 11:30. Was it 11:30 East Pacific? I think it was. All right, good deal. Actually, the studio is now a little cooler. Okay, yeah. Let's go ahead and take a look at FNG R one more time. We're at 485, still dropping down again. 11:30 a.m. Thank you so much. That's going to likely make some serious moves in the markets, right? So the SPY is already reactive to it. Look at that. All the whole damn setup just got screwed because of the reboot here, right? So let me get this. Wow. To say that if we would have known to play this for the downside, man, that's all sentiment, guys. It really is just sentiment based. Retracement here could happen. Yeah, I guess it could happen here, down to around 450, 369. I think I mentioned this yesterday, that we're pumping to the upside in anticipation of what the Fed is going to say. I don't know how to read. The thing is, team, is that there's no one that's going to know what the hell what's his name is going to say. Jerome Powell. We can't guess that. We can only be reactive to what he does say. 28 minutes. 28 minutes to close a three black crows formation. That's pretty bearish, but it's also... it looks like there's a 4-hour formation here, actually. Yeah, there sort of is. It could be in a shorter time frame as well, but I don't think that's the support yet. Let's see this. There's a probability here that we haven't validated. I guess we haven't validated either the resistance or the support just yet. If this is the formation, we would need. I'm not going to count that as a second touch. I will count another touch of it as a second count after we get the second touch of the support. So if we are suggesting, or if we are saying that we would get that downside here, then 453.24 would be the limited downside before an upside, which would be in line with what I'm saying for BBIG2. Potential EMA 21 at 371 bounce from there. The broader markets are also displaying that. Here we are. So yeah, it's only normal for the risk on assets to be facing the pressures that they are facing right now. It's in respects to the Fed. Let's see, FNG R playing well. Let's see. 485, yeah. It's since it dropped to 469, 485 is now a resistance. Right? So now if we look at the immediate short-term time frames, take a look at that. That's quite the shift, right? So now we have the 30 minutes suggesting a downside. 15 minute, let's see if it has that downside too. Yeah, 15 minute has a downside. Let's see the 5 minute. It's recovering ever so slightly, but that lives, I mean, that's going to live out really fast. So 30-minute time frame downside. Let's see the hourly. It's already getting the downside from the 30-minute. And the buy hourly may start feeling that pressure soon too. Okay, so yes, I think this is set for, I mean, it can be invalidated at any point, but this is set for a pullback. And again, it's pretty much consistent to what we were talking about, right? And creating this head and shoulders. Keep your eyes on the play, team, okay? And always remember, team, I'm not going to be right all the time, right? I wish that I were, and it would be incredible if I would, right? But that would mean that it would be a little too easy, right? Everybody would be millionaires. BBIG $4, reclaiming that psychological zone. I still am not bullish the asset. I'm still waiting for validations here, for confirmations. 93. Let's see. I trimmed at the top, Arca. I trusted you, fam. Dude, that is not, I can't. I love it, right? But I wish that you don't. Also, right? Because then I'm going to get busted, right? For FNG R, right? So a lot of people did say that. They said, dude, I covered at 5 or whatever that top was, right? 510. I saw some people. 515. I saw some others, right? I got a couple text messages saying, bro, you called it. No, it's not like that. It's just a point of resistance, right? So we're gonna, what the hell? Look at the cost to borrow fee on AMC is 1,050%. Wow. Oh my goodness. Yeah, team. So I really think it's just a natural area of resistance, right? Technical pullback. I hope that it can actually create the shoulder, right? So that's where I'm banking on. I'm really hoping that the sentiment is trying to build what they see as a very large formation, but they're not seeing the bigger narrative behind it, right? To where this, you're playing like, yeah, we're gonna screw the longs and take the price action all the way down, but this thing is literally building a freaking inverse head and shoulders that's 8 times the size of this one, right? So, oh my goodness, when Arca at 10K, my bro, should we start offering face reveal at 10,000 followers or what? Subscribers, make sure to subscribe to the channel now and find out later. I haven't made any promises just yet. Stop putting words in my mouth. Dude. Yeah, team. 483 is dipping down again. Nice. The 485 zone is serving as that point of resistance too. Okay, so that's looking okay. 397 resistance from the $4 target. It actually has a 405 resistance. Let's see if we can get that drop back down to 371, team. If that's the case, if I were running short, I would look for the 371 cover, but I would literally just liquidate there and then re-enter position somewhere about a 405 again. Who knows? Right? 394 on BBIG looking good. Let's see, SONN still actually trying to push that little tiny downside that we spoke of, right, to 3651. Oh my goodness, team. This is just moving so slow, but it is, let me see. Could this, 1, 2, could it be 3? I would say 4 here. Maybe 5. It's either at 5 or 6 ladder downs already, so this could be, oh, right. Okay, so this is at a very critical zone, team. 3551 marks the invalidation zone. Okay, so closing, if you do close up, I would honestly say an 8-hour candle below 3551, then this thing can slide all the way down to maybe just upside of 30. Several tick percent. Several ticks to the downside. Don't let it rock like that, okay, team? Be careful. Hold on just a sec. Right now. Yeah, we have some of the analysts asking for if we can post a play, right? Yeah, we have some alpha traders talking about a potential setup here on ticker symbol HRTX. Yeah, okay, he already has it up. Okay, good deal. I'm getting a notification. You know, my track 1 master students are actually at their final exam. And one of the master students just said that one of my questions was, what are the properties of the footprint model, right? So oh, right. So they wrote volatility versus momentum, but it's actually volatility and momentum, right? So I'm gonna count that as a win. Okay, I'm not gonna be that asshole and say you got it wrong, you didn't word it right. After every video, I'm like, volatility versus momentum. So oh man, should have added several answers to that, right? So it's actually my mistake. Oh, good times, team. Good times. Good times being a professor too. My goodness. That's funny. I never thought that I would hear that. I never thought I'd be there, right? So, damn, I only put that exam up last night. You had like 2 weeks to complete it. She was like, "It's done." Good deal. Anyway, team, let's go ahead and see what's going down in the broader markets. Are we facing more pressures or no? Actually, we're getting an upside. Still holding at 394 on BBIG. SPY at 454.63. Are we facing some pressures? Yes, we are. 4-hour time frame stochastic momentum pivoted towards the downside. You have the RSI failing the SMA 14. We could be set for a continuation to the downside, team. I'm not sure. I know that this upside here that we faced for the last few days, that's all pre-pricing what we're looking at for the Fed, right? If we are to fail this, that would actually, I wonder if it's going to be whale games here, right? We're going to stop out some longs and just make this thing dip all the way to 450.04, maybe even 449.79, right, as a shakeout, and then this thing would just rip to the upside out of nowhere. FNG R 496. But it looks like we could be reacting in such a manner, but this is forming a pretty bearish formation. 493. Yeah, this is going to be that we're going to be validating some resistances here. So if it's let me give you the range. Okay, back down to 488. Good deal. Hold on. Yeah, it literally is 488. I would show discretion here, 482. Right, and the top side, let's see how close we can get to this. High confluence here at about 501. So that's your area of resistance, right? So since we went down to 469 and we're pumping to the upside and knocking at the door here and resisting, that marks it as a resistance, right? So another thing is that you can see clearly here that this low from this wick is located at 473, and the current 4-hour candle, which by the way is over in 17 minutes, has a low of 469. That naturally makes a lower low, right? So that's pretty bearish all by nature. So I am. Let's see. I dipped out of the live for like 20 minutes. Did you say that FNGR was still in a possible downside? Oh yeah, 501 resistance. That's the top side of the range. Of course, we can still resist from the area of about 516. But yeah, I'm seeing this as the resistance range, 482 to 501, and it is creating some lower lows on the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour iteration going to close in 16 minutes and 38 seconds, 37, 36. Right. So this. I do expect, and I do suspect that this may continue to the downside here. Anything that I'm saying could be wrong too, team. Okay, but I already have a predetermined play in mind, so my bias is naturally trying to favor that too. So evaluate my psychology against yours when this is happening too, right? So you can see that I'm clearly biased over creating this head and shoulders that may not even exist. right? So, and it really would take someone to tell you, I guess, someone of any type of status, right, to tell you that if please pre-evaluate my personal psychology against yours. Ian Tucker, good morning, Arca. On FNG R, hypothetically, what were the entry points? I'm waiting for to the re-enter. Yeah, so I'm thinking that maybe by tomorrow, possibly power hour tomorrow, I'm not sure, we can actually reach the area of about 410. I'm thinking my personal range, but remember, oftentimes I do miss entries, but I miss them for a good reason. 385 to about 410, let's see. I guess I can be a little bit tighter here. I would say 415, right? 385 to 415 is essentially the zone that I'm waiting for as a validation, and also the area where we would create the right-hand shoulder for this head and shoulders, right? So that would be the bear trap zone. 392 BBIG. Careful, still looking for the 372 touch. All right, so 498 holding on FNG R. But still with a pivot towards the downside, right? So huge recovery on ticker symbol VIRI. The bulls are at 85% control when regarding the DBSI indicator, which is the Arca algo, right? So that's looking not bad. Okay, all right. Let's see what else is going down. What is COSM doing? Why is it green on the day, right? We got that 169 bottom literally today, and we got the bounce to 174, looking good. All right, FNGR still sitting in that 498. Let's go ahead and go back to MRES and see what's going down, right? So yeah, team, remember what I was telling you about MRES yesterday? There is a resistance level for us to kind of go over, and it looks like it's already using it as that resistance too. Let me see if we have something else here that we can kind of latch onto, right? We were already looking, yeah, this is a massive inverse head and shoulders. That's not going to play out for weeks and weeks. Let's see. We are in a chop zone too. This is very unfortunate. Hold on just a sec. It's stuck. It's a nice area, but it's stuck. Okay, so let's look at the 30-minute immediate short term. We'll go ahead and start determining what that potential is, right? So continuation to the downside is more probable than not. We're increasing volatility towards that downside as well. Let's look at the hourly time frame. Hourly time frame downside pivot with increasing volatility as well. Let's look at the bi-hourly. This is the bi-hourly already reflecting a potential downside. So if we were to see a downside target, let's see if we have some moving averages below us, right? So maybe actually in the larger time frames we can see that. Yeah, actually we could. We've already, oh nice, we actually converted the EMA 21 into resistance. There is a probability here that we may actually start facing a continuation to the downside, but I'm not sure if this is actually bearish yet, because this actually may just be a trend trading. So it may be an ascending or a rising wedge, right? It may be that, but if that's the case, then yeah, that support of the EMA 55 at 185 would essentially send price action back up to around 294, and then, you know, try to do this whole thing here. Watch out with this, team, okay? So there are some signals here that we may continue to the upside, but there are bearish signals as well. And I honestly am favoring the bears because the immediate short-term time frames are cascading into the larger ones pretty fast. Johnny Barnes coming in with Lim. What's going on, Arca and team? Hope you're all doing, let's see, holding tight with all the volatility today. Dude, so actually a lot of us took profit, man, at 510, 520. And that's because we're potentially seeing this head and shoulders here. And we could be gaining a serious entry right back down to the area of in a heavy discretion here, right? We're talking about 385 to around 415 potentially tomorrow. And but more for the options contracts, right? So if you guys are curious over what Options I'm looking at. Let's see. Oh man. Yeah, hold on, team. I'm sorry. I just there are so many comments and all this kinds of crap coming out, DMs just everywhere. Jeez. Nice, man, nice. Actually, Alpha Trader just told me that the play was announced last night and it was realized today to the upside. It ripped. Good deal, guys. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification so that you are aware whenever I am live or post a video. So we have a pretty nice lineup of some incredibly talented analysts in the Arca Bulls Discord, right? So by the way, it is free, so I am not charging for it. Opposed to a lot of people who are charging for it, I feel like that we can gain an edge elsewhere. Right, so yeah, let's go ahead and now continue on the analysis here, team, because I want to see we're getting closer to that threshold where things are going to start moving again, right? So it's already 8:50 a.m. Pacific time. I am thinking that we can get a recovery here soon. And if the SPY did supposedly resist or support from 453.96, we can assume that that was a support from the EMA 21. Okay, so I can't tell you what the Fed is going to say because I don't know, team. What I can say is that there is a high probability is that if we do rate hike here, a 25 bip, we can see a sell-off. Oh man. So just please be very careful with that, right? So Arca, what's your take on TRKA today? Yeah, look, it's actually moving to the upside ever so slightly. What are you saying, my brother? Damn, I'm sorry, team. I noticed that I missed a bunch of comments already. Sorry about that. Sorry. Yeah, so let me just load up TRKA real quick because we've been looking at that for some time anyway. Right, so TRKA, let's see what the good deal is here within that. That's Troika, right? Okay, let's see. Let me look at this in the daily first, right? I want to see what the heck is going on. How many ladder downs do we have there? Because this is building a semi bearish formation, but I don't want to call it that just yet unless I validate this, right? So let's see. Maybe in an 8-hour time frame we can count those iterations a little. Yeah, maybe here actually. This is looking pretty good. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 6, 7, and break of market structure. The floor very likely is in 190, right? So if I already said this before, please don't mind me. I just have to, and if I did, then you would probably know that I'm actually practicing consistency too, right? But I don't know what I said. I cover so many damn tickers a day. I forget, right? So if this is the actual 7th down, 6 or 7 ladder down, so that would give it higher probability now for an upside, and it shows reaccumulation cycles too. It could be doing that. Okay, so let's go ahead and now that we have our discretion out of the way and we're probably favoring the bulls, then what's the case? Okay, 8-hour time frame is showing us a very positive metric here. Okay, so let me just go ahead and block out a few other moving averages, ones that we don't need currently, right? So what you're looking at here is that blue line. That's the SMA 50 on an 8-hour. We're reaccumulating because we broke upside of the SMA 50 when we were using it as all this resistance, right? We succeeded it. We have to come back and validate it. Okay, as soon as we have that confirmation, which could be located right at, so let's see. Yeah, I'm suggesting a continuation to the downside here to 233. We'll get that 233 bounce from the SMA 50, and then this can actually start either consolidating within the SMA 50 to get ready for an upside move, or the upside move may happen from there. But seeing that Troika has been moving pretty slow on a 10-day average, you're talking about 384,000 shares exchanged over a 10-day close. That's not volatile at all, right? So that actually suggests contraction, which, by the way, shows here. Look. We're fully contracted. We are increasing volatility, but that's increasing volatility because of the downside. Volatility shows specifically when you're moving to the downside. It grows exponentially when you're moving to the downside. It's not to say that it doesn't grow when you're moving to the upside. It's just to show that it carries a lot more weight with downside pressure. No, don't tell me that. On FNG R? Oh, I thought that this thing wicked all the way to 410. I'm like, no, don't tell me that, dude. I wasn't ready. I was already getting super pissed. I'm like, no, man, come on. So, I mean, yeah, anyway, so I'm telling you that this is still looking for a downside here, but it's very bullish that we are now upside of the SMA 50 after this capitulation event, right? So that's usually the first indication of a potential reversal. It's the reacquiring of your SMA 50 on the upper time frames. We want to make sure that we can also do that in the upper time frames too, 12-hour and daily, right? So the daily time frame, not ready yet, but the 12-hour just got it. And we're still coming down to support it, which could be around 235. We're at 239, very close to it. So yeah, this is, I feel like there is a larger outlook than particularly the one that we're looking at here for a short term, right? Because this may have found its floor here back in June 27th. Yeah, this year, of course, right? Literally just a couple weeks ago. So yeah, we faced that bottom side here, and we're reaccumulating after a 6th or 7th ladder down. This is higher probability upside, and or consolidation. Just take it for what it is, right? But that's what I'm looking at for TRKA. Is not looking bad. All right, team. So let's see. Johnny Barnes, bro, can you look at ASYS? What's the deal with that one, dude? ASYS. Finger is using the SMA 10 on the daily as support right now. Is it really? That's a powerful support too. Let me give that a quick eye. So daily time frame SMA 10 support. Let's get that in there. And that's actually acting as resistance from my perspective. Is resistance because we already failed it and we went to 469 and bounced to the upside. So this, to me, I mean, we could reacquire it too. It is not to say that we can't, right? But for me, this is resistance. 443 potential bounce from the EMA 21. Okay. Yeah, other than that, yeah. I would, also, how awesome would it be if actually we did reach all the way back down to the EMA, to the SMA 200. I don't think we could do it, man. That's 230, that's 338. That would be amazing, right? But also very dangerous because it would actually break the regression of the head and shoulders. Not a problem, brother. Happy to help. You like the 12-hour SMA 50? Let me start removing some of these, right? So because I know that sometimes it gets a little too convoluted here. 12-hour SMA 50 located at 429. Which one would... Let me pull up the SMA 20. I want to see what that has to say in comparison too. Because there's going to be a higher probability one that we're using, right? So let me... Sorry, which one was it again? That was the custom SMA 2. Custom SMA 2, length on 20. Okay, good. So display custom SMA. Yeah, that's what I wanted to pull up. 12-hour custom SMA is showing the true resistance here too. Resistance located at 496, price action at 492. Watch out with that Joe H approaching that 372 or 371 target. Let's see. Yeah. So I'm thinking that we have a heavy resistance. A lot of people look at the SMA 20. Why? Because it's given to you as stock in a lot of brokers, including Webull, including Moomoo, right? All of those charts are going to display to you the MA20, and it's since it's there as stock, many people don't change it because they have no idea what they're changing, right? So they'd say, oh yeah, we need a resist from the moving average. So some people who have some knowledge, right, will actually use the SMA 20. So that's where the high relevance comes from. The good thing is, I guess the good thing is here is that on the 12-hour time frame, we're knocking at the door of that SMA 20 to reacquire the upside of it. But at this point, since we actually started facing that downside ever so slightly, this could serve as a guide too. No way. Where is... I forgot. Dude, Sebastian, thank you. Where is AMC? Damn it, man. I'm trying to get out of the freaking play. And I'm not doing it, man. So let's see. Dude. Dude, I have liquidity now. I remember. I just got rid of the options on FNG R, but that's for me to re-enter on FNG R again, bro. Oh, dude, what a tough decision, man. But AMC is not something that I'm willing to just enter again, right? But there is something happening here. I don't know what it is. But remember, team, I've been talking about the something happening over here. Everybody talking about Arca getting a little crazy, guys. He's probably been holding that position too long. Poor old man, right? So, this whole time I've been telling you, I don't know, man. There's something weird by AMC. And then blam, goes to 120%. Dude. Let's see. I love the harmonic pattern on FNGR. You drew Arc. Johnny Barnes, I actually don't practice harmonic formation, although it is very, very sought after, right? Because harmonic formations would actually be frequency-based formations, which naturally have to do with resonating frequencies in the human scope, right? So if you're vibrating at 437 hertz or 440 megahertz or whatever that is, right, then you're in a pretty good area. I have done some studying behind that, but I never really followed it, as I know that physicists, right, they do practice that too. I know you don't practice it, bro. Dude. I have to say, FNGR is one of my toughest to chart. Really? Yeah, you know what? Sure. Yeah, because there's the whole thing of a lot of manipulation in this. Sure. But that just means that you have to use more imagination, right? So as that's price action here. Here's a tip, right? Here's a tip. Price action is so random. It's so random that you can make your own strategy and call it your own forever. And I'm talking about for every trader to come in as a new participant from here into 100 years from now. That's how random price is. The fact that you can create your own strategy and still win. Bullish harmonics. My imagination is at the 3 digits. What I mean, not your price objective, man. What I mean is price formation. Oof, man. And guys, you're not even gonna believe me when I say this, man. But I am gonna enter. Guys, one of the biggest mysteries for quantitative trading is actually volume. There is no known, to this day, as we speak, there is no known formation found in volume, other than your very obvious triangle formations, right? When you have a triangle and then you have a declining volume, right? That's indicative of a triangle, right? And also because it's showing bare exhaustion. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, like, for example, in price action, you're able to identify like an inverse head and shoulders. You're able to identify a head and shoulders, right? You can identify several formations based on just raw price action, right? So I am gonna dive into that alongside whatever other quantitative traders are trying to solve the lifelong mystery of volume. I am gonna do it. I don't have certainty behind that team, but I'm gonna try it, right? I'm gonna try to solve volume and see. It's just that soup. That's called a random walk, right? So it's even more chaotic than price action. Volume, it's really something else, team. That's a tough one to follow. So I'm gonna see, right? And I'm gonna choose an asset that has been trading for a long time, likely the SPX. And then I'm gonna start trying to find, algorithmically speaking, right? I'm gonna try to find formations in areas that just not everyone has seen before. So wish me luck on that, team, because that's gonna be if I do break that mystery of volume. My goodness, I may be put up on some kind of board or something, and then put on a freaking milk bottle. Yay, I succeeded. Anyway, team, 488 on FNG R. See what I mean? Just hold off, team. Hold off, because this is going to be a process that may take all the way up to tomorrow, potentially into, what's the date? Yeah, right. So we're looking at tomorrow as being Thursday. Happy hump day, team. Right? Maybe even into Friday. Who knows? But, as we all know, actually, historically speaking, Friday tends to be a pretty bearish day, right? So not particular to this asset, I'm saying to the broader markets in general. So yeah, team, the price action is going to be a little weird today, no matter which way we see it, because of the whole thing with the Fed speaking today. Okay, team. So just I really wish for the targets on tickers like AMC and tickers like more like FNG R, the plays that I'm actually trying to get out of and trying to get some pretty nice gains out of. I really wish for those targets not to be touched on today because of the volatility that can be presented upon getting that the talk from Fed Jerome Powell. It would be better for us. It would be way better for us to not expose ourselves to the markets today. If we can just, if we can remain cash today, it would be the best idea, team. We can't guess what they're going to say. Right, SPY 454.89. This is pretty much consolidating now. Finger weekly silver crossed. Say that 5 times fast, finger limb. Right, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. Right, we were looking at that yesterday in the analysis thread. So let's see. This is the 3-day, right? So 488 time frame. Correlation chart. Let's go ahead and see this. Right, I'm gonna just pull it up in the ARQ algos. So let me get rid of those for now. And which one is it? What else do we have there? Oh, Enhanced MACD is one. Let's leave it in there. Okay, yeah, so let's go ahead and pull up the weekly time frame and moving averages with those. We were looking for a silver cross, team. The silver cross is consistent of the EMA 21. So that's your 21-day exponential moving average versus the EMA 55-day exponential moving average. When the 21-day, the shorter period, crosses the longer period, that is considered to be a bullish formation or a bullish outlook, right? So that's and we're crossing. I mean, it's touching, bro. You already got it crossed on yours? I am still seeing this as pending. It's almost there. All right, but this is a pretty powerful pretty powerful cross, especially when you're looking at it on the weekly time frame. So that just means that it's been cascading from the shorter time frames, from 30-minute silver cross into the hourly into the bi-hourly into the 3 and 4 into the 8 into the 12, daily into the bi-daily, 3 into the 5 and 5, 5-day and weekly kind of tied together. The 5-day got the silver cross, right? But the weekly time frame is almost there, in my opinion, though. Hold on just a sec, team. Let me just go ahead and say goodbye to the little lady. Just a sec, team. Enjoy some tunes while I go and say goodbye. Don't leave, or else the cops are going to be called on you. What is up, team? I am back. I am back. Oh, man, I actually had to say goodbye to two little ladies today. Right, so that was actually my wife and my daughter just stepped out of the house right now. Daughter gonna go to Hurricane Harbor. Should be a good day for the young ones today. Right, team? I encourage it, man. I encourage it. I love it. I love it. She's gonna, she's gonna take the little boyfriend out there. Hopefully she can gather some friends and have a good time in the theme parks, right? It's hot as heck out here, so definitely a good time for them, right? So, Daniel Gonzalez, man, look at that. So I don't know any other people streaming as open as Arca. No one with as much knowledge as Arca is spitting free game the way he is, dedicating main hours of the day to educate. So Jupiter saying, if you haven't liked the stream, you are currently shorting FNG R. Dude. Zephram, boyfriend, I don't know if I could deal with that as a dad, bro. I'm being very nice and very open about it right now, but no boy is ever going to be good for my 19-year-old daughter, okay? No. Oh, man, I have a hard time with it. I definitely have some issues here, right? So don't take me being so... they're going to have a good time and all that. I am dreading every single moment that she is in her bathing suit in front of the guy. So, no. Yes, they're going to have a good time. I hope not too good of a time, or else cops are going to be called. All right? I also noticed that a bunch of people left. More cops have already been called. There's a whole fleet chasing after people right now for Arca. All right? So, oh, man. So, Zephram saying, I'm sitting on the porch with a shot. Bro, man, seriously. Seriously, dude. Oh, I forgot. I was gonna ask you something yesterday, Zephram. I forgot. Damn it, I forgot. I dropped the ball. But if I remember, dude, I'll ask you something. It was a technical question regarding PCs. All right, price action sitting at 490 for ticker symbol FNG R. Man, SOUN really falling there. Damn, BBIG holding at 388, man. That's very slow, team. Oh, that makes me wonder what the SPY is doing. The SPY is also just holding there within what, a 30 cent gap. Who are gonna be? Let's see, guys. We need to keep in line or in track the blue chips that are gonna be reporting earnings, right? I think yesterday was Microsoft, Google. I think Verizon also did it. Right, so those are all going to be moving the markets like crazy. AMC bouncing right now. It's at 496. I'm wondering if that's... I think that it could go slightly a little lower, maybe 485. I'm telling you, I really don't want to see the targets that I want to long here. I really hope I don't get those right now. I don't want to long today. I would rather stay cash, team. Staying cash today would be highly ideal. It's just too much. Yeah, so let me go ahead and find out what the, let's see. Let me find out who's going to report earnings today. We're going to keep an eye on that too. So what companies are, let's see. Cool. So let's see what we have. What's the date today? Oh no, Verizon is today. We have Waste Management 2, Domino's Pizza, Bank of Hawaii. Lock up. What's up, my dude? Yeah. Wait. Wasn't Google yesterday? Actually, what's going down? Oh, they're going on the 29th to Hurricane Harbor. Everything is holding dead calm before the storm. Yeah, off-grid gorilla. That's what I was saying. It's just it's the quiet period right now, right? So it's always going to face some pressures, especially around this time. We need to start getting into like 9:30 to 10:30. That's when volatility reintroduces and the algo shifts, right? So that would be the best. So let me see what times. Let's find out. So, of course, the ones that are going to move. Okay, I thought for some reason. Wait. Did Google report yesterday? I thought they reported yesterday. And there was a beat. There was a surprise too, right? Am I tripping here or what? But Verizon is going to be reporting after market close. You know what? I'm curious to see what. Did I look into this? ASYS? Johnny Barnes, is this one yours? Oh, dude. Jay. In short, yes, I did. And it was not by anyone's permission. I went. And I just straight up reached out to the dude. He's a good kid though, right? I'm not gonna lie, he is a good kid. Nothing bad, right? He's a freaking normal teenager, right? He just has his he wants to always play video games and stuff, right? He's going to school. He's doing his thing, normal thing as a regular old teen. But I did, and nobody in the family liked that I did that. But you know how I do, team. I'm gonna say it how it is. And at the end of the day, of course, no one blamed me because like they're all thinking like, oh, dude, like he's probably experiencing anxiety right now, right? It's just. Oh, nice. We have a golden cross here on the daily. Just happened recently for ASYS. Johnny Barnes, is this one yours? Google was last night after hours. Yeah, that right, Phyllis? I don't know why I'm getting the I'm not sure why I'm actually getting this read for today. I thought Verizon was also yesterday. Ah, damn it. I hate it. So yeah, ASYS is potentially this is a breakout play. Oh, you were looking at it? Yeah, so this is a breakout play, bro. Like yesterday was actually the potential entry at around 989. Let's see the 30-minute time frame. Could this thing be pulling back at all? Right? So, let's see. It's getting, I mean, it is getting overextended. However, it's still pitched to the upside. And it does have upside posturing on the 5-minute and the 15-minute as well. Hourly time frame does have an upside pivot too. Increasing volatility. This may have to actually play a resistance before you can actually gain entry on something like this. This is bullish. And the 6 hour, 8 hour upside, 12 hour. The 12 hour is barely reading it. Okay, so if that's the case, then yeah, we would have to start looking for. I mean, this is that golden cross just happened like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 8 days ago, and it happened at the breakout of this triangle. We're getting the retest of the triangle top, and then a continuation to the upside as per expected, right? So this is set to continue to the upside, but if we're gonna face a pullback, I would wait for the pullback to happen when you reach around 1045. Get that 1045 pullback, possibility of reaching back to 1010 to around 1004, and then that would be a potential entry there. We're talking about paper trades only, right, team? 10. I'm gonna tighten it up actually. 1002, and this would be to about 1016 after you face the resistance from this candle high here, and I'm gonna give you a range here too. Hold on. Oh, it's a downside range, and it already met it. It met it perfectly. Damn. So it was the opening of this candle here, the low of this candle here, right? Look at this. We have we have the upside of the candle there. Then we have resistance and resistance right there too. So that's why I'm saying that this could be this is set to continue to the upside. I'm just saying that we're going to be resisting here. And then if we actually can get to the top side of 1045, that would then present the pullback down to the area to where you can start longing 1016 to 1002. But this, you would have to wait for it. I don't see this, like, I'm not about to enter at 60% of the disbursement of returns. I'm not okay there. I need it to be cheaper in order for me to gain confidence. Yes, Jay, I am thinking that actually. Over the next day, maybe. I don't know that it can do it today. There may be fluctuations here, right? But I am seeing this potentially kind of trickle down here. I hope that it can trickle down, but at any point, this can just capitulate real quick and then reaccumulate and then leave, right? But it's following a very particular setup too, right? So from this bottom side, you have one candle here, so ladder up, 1, 2, and 3. So particularly to the upside, 3 usually marks the spot, right, for a pullback. Yeah, so I'm really remember my bias, okay, team? Please remember that. I'm not gonna forget to tell you just in case you do forget, right? But I'm very, very hesitant of entering right now because I think that this is just a temporary pullback. I'm sorry, it's only part of the pullback, right? So I mean, we already saw. I mean, from 520, right? We were looking at a resistance of 516 to 542. The top side of the candle reached 525. So there is consistency there, right? So 525 to the current price action right now. If you got rid of your position, then you are not about 8% down. And at one point, you are not 11% down, right? So if it does reach that area to around, let's just say 425 at the top side, right? So did I say that? I think my bottom side support is actually 414 to 385. Okay, so the top side of that area there would be a minus 21% drawdown. I'm not okay with that, right, team? So because I'm a short-term trader, so it's like if I identify the resistance, I'm not going to give them back 21% of my gains. I'm going to keep them and just wait. Right, but that doesn't fit for everyone's criteria. Remember that there's a lot of people here trading the squeeze, and there's a lot of people trading or waiting for their cost basis or their average to finally be met. Right, we definitely have some people trapped upside of $8. Welby, I'm thinking that the bottom could actually be tomorrow, maybe Monday. But I'm kind of seeing this more as tomorrow into Friday, right? So today being Wednesday, yeah, I'm thinking either tomorrow end of day, maybe power hour, but also, higher probabilities land into Friday too, right? Because this is relative to a 12-hour candle, right? So if we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12-hour candles, that's the span of about the 21st to the 26th. So in all reality, we could see the next 12-hour candle is still Wednesday. The following one is Thursday. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles would be Monday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so if it is going to respect it like that, if it's going to be 6 up, 6 down, then it would be indicative of Monday. But that's not always, as you can see here, that the inclines, that the price action inclines a lot slower than you do downside, right? So you get that capitulation a lot faster. Man. Low of 386, rejecting the 397. Joe H, careful that the EMA 21 is moving a little bit higher up. It's now at 374, okay? Adjust your support lines. Make sure that you don't get squeezed. I'm not even sure if you're looking at that target in the first place, but I'm just looking out for you, my bro. Yeah, ASYS is looking pretty bullish, dude. Good call on this one, bro. I think that there is an upside here to at least evaluate, but I would be waiting for the pullback to the top side here. Johnny, I'm speaking to you. 1045 pullback, back down to the area of about 1002 to 1016. That's the higher probability play for me, all right, team? So of course, I can't guarantee anything here, right? Because I'm not mathematically, I guess in some way it's some mathematics, but I would really rather backtest it in order for me to gain high conviction targets or higher conviction targets. Let's see. Welby, good morning, team. I am waiting for my cash to settle to play FNG R again. Oh, that sucks. Yeah. Mine finally settled. Google and Microsoft reported yesterday, right? Yeah, so that was Microsoft. I'm sorry, that was Google ripping and Microsoft falling. Let's see. Seeing the downside to reestablish support, then upside. I'm assuming exactly like that, Welby. ARMP on the launch pad now, 20% move. ARMP. What is that? That's already 20% up. Damn. Look at that, team. That's on a daily. The daily time frame SMA 200 is clearly overshot. That is way overshot. This can continue to the upside even still. Potential pullback between 325 and at the SMA 200, right? Yeah, let me see. Potential pullback from 325 to 363. That still is kind of high. We're vertical on stochastic momentum. That is absolutely maxed out volatility on the buy daily too. So let's see the 30-minute. 30-minute time frame still pivoted towards the upside. Hourly time frame upside pivot. Bi-hourly upside with increasing volatility too. The 3-hour and the 4-hour are starting to get reactive. The 4-hour still has an upside. Damn, 6 hours still with an upside. Yeah, I mean, it's at 287 right now. I mean, YOLO play could literally be right now, right? And then this thing could actually take you for a potential 14% gainer to around 26%. No guarantees whatsoever within that, right? But this is set to continue to the upside, and it's looking still very bullish. So yeah, watch out with these resistance targets. But this is very bullish. We never looked at it, bro. I'm telling you, man. All right, bull flag. Support grab on the SMA 200 8-hour time frame. Let's see the 12-hour. Reclaim the SMA 200, looking good. Let's see the daily. 3 hours and 28 minutes to close. Potential bullish engulfing candle formation here, which would suggest a continuation to the upside. Let's see the shorter term. Golden cross happening right now. Price action reacting to that. Right, we have a golden cross on the 4-hour, which means that the bi-hourly just got it recently too. Let's get it. There we go. Hourly time frame golden cross back here. All right, so let me see how delayed our silver cross is, right? So let me get rid of the SMA 200 and the 50 and load the EMA 21 and EMA 55. All right, let me see the 4-hour. Silver cross here. Price action reacted. Came back and tested the EMA 21 for validity. We got the 4-hour. We got the 4-hour golden cross just recently with combined test of the EMA 21 for an upside. Yeah, this is screaming bulls. 6-hour time frame gold silver cross. Okay, let's see how close we are on the daily. Oh, there we go. Man, this is getting very close on the daily to getting that silver cross. Okay, so that's price action will react to that as well. 12-hour time frame, similar situation here. Massive bullish engulfing as well. Bullish engulfing closed on the 8-hour candle, realizing that upside too. This gives it higher probability for an upside continuation. I'm using a combination of candle analysis with just raw price action in order for me to determine where and when we can move, right? Before we use like indicators and stuff. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the algos right here. Oh, nice. Yeah, we're still using the EMA 55 and the 21 as a combination for a guide, right? So let's see, do we have any long signals printed already? Well, we actually just got the long signal on the hourly time frame. If we were to follow this just in the last hour, we got entry at 144, right? So we got entry at 144 from the Arca algos. So they're currently sitting at about 19 spot, about 20% up right now. At one point, we were up 26%. Geez, that's a very, very accurate run there. I'm even seeing this as oh goodness, look at this. The 30-minute time frame gave us a go-ahead down here at 119. How the hell was it even able to guess that there, right? So 118 or 119, right? You're currently sitting with this pullback right now, 47% up. Damn. Whoa, hold on just a sec. I need to make sure that I'm keeping an eye on my boy. I forgot my daughter left too. She usually she helps me, and she's in, you know, if James, my boy, if he starts moving, then she'll help me out, right? So let me, it's a little warm in his room. Let me just get it a little cool for the little guy there. All right, looking good. Yeah, man, TUP. Making some pretty nice moves to the upside. All right, so let me get rid of armor. So this is the ARQ balancer, right? So this is actually suggesting a pullback to maybe if it could even do it, right? 156. 154, consistent to these lines here, right? So this is what I'm looking at here. And let me get rid of the moving averages right here because I want to see. Interesting. Hold on. Here we go. Currently not seeing it. Let me see the 15-minute and the 5-minute. Yeah, it's indicating a potential support level at 154, and it's very confluent at 154. Okay. Let's see the 15-minute time frame. I mean, it's critically overbought already in several time frames. There could still be a little bit of space here. I mean, this is a form of resistance. We are at a large resistance right now. So the pullback is more likely than not. A1 trades pullback between 145 and 154, but I didn't think it'll go there. Could it be wrong? Right? Yeah, I agree with you. I totally agree with you. So this thing is actually suggesting 146 to 154. So it's dead on with you, bro. Top side of the range right over here. Display, yeah. Just right. I'm just kind of displaying this here just to show if our discretion meets the algorithm, and the algorithm actually is favoring the way, like, you know, someone like you or me would trade. Yes, my brother, of course. I need some help. Bought a $14 call on August 18th, and I think I might have goofed. Let's see. The only buttons I have is buy to close or sell to. Oh, what? So buy. Yeah. So buy to close. You bought puts? Ian Tucker, I'm talking to you, my bro. Yeah, take the gains on the way up. That's good. 93 saying FNG R dropping. Not surprised. Arca right again. 475 on FNG R team. I really do hope it follows the thesis, team. I can't pretend that I have high conviction in it, right? But I know that there's also the possibility of being wrong, right? So the SMA 20 is just critical for resistance. Damn finger, that's good, dude. We're about to gain some. Oh, dude, what time is it, Sebastian? I forgot, bro. I'm so sorry, dude. What time is it where you are? Is it already 4 a.m. or what? Buy to close is covered calls. So now you would actually have to choose if you're going to buy to close on a limit or market basis, right? So is that how it works, Off Grid Gorilla? Please go ahead and elaborate some news over here for us, right? So is that actually Webull options? Is that how it displays it? Oh, dude, it's freaking just past midnight. Get out of here. You're afraid of missing it if you leave? Well, that's why you would leave some limit orders in, right? Just in case. But the thing is that we don't know how far. Look at the chart. Wherever you're looking at your options, look at the chart. Look at the chart for the options and see where it has been historically. Match it to the price action on the actual chart, and then that can give you a clear indication over where it could possibly be in case it drops. Sebastian is actually in Singapore. Johnny Barnes, building a butterfly harmonic on FNG R is... I don't recall what that looks like. Hold on. Butterfly, right? Harmonic pattern. I really, I guess that would be the bear trap, right? So if you, right, it's, let me see if I can actually draw it right. So it could be like an ABCD too, right? So something like, let me see if I can even do that right. I'm not sure that I could. I mean, if it could do that, that would be interesting. Inverse too, right? We can actually apply this whole formation. We can actually apply this whole formation like this, like this too, right? So, actually, it would be incredibly wrong that way. But no, this is kind of what I'm seeing. Yeah, FNG R is coming down. So 476 here. I really do think we could actually maybe into the end of day tomorrow or Friday. We can actually we may be able to see that drop. The actual drop we want for the reaccumulation, right? So I'm gonna load. Oh, right, that's what I was gonna go over with you guys. Let me pull up the options contracts on finger motion here, right? So I want to see the particularly the September out of the money. What date is it again? Let's see, September 15th. I'm keeping an eye on the 6th. Let's see. I'm gonna load the boat if we get validation, Noah's Ark style. Dude. Yeah, let's pull up the options chain here and see this. Okay, so oh man. They were like $95, the $5 calls. So, let me see here. We have man, the $5 ones, jeez. The $5 calls, September 15th, have a bid and ask, right? And it's have a bid and ask of 115 to 125. It's wide-ish, but it's still okay, right? That has a delta of 58. It has a gamma of almost 12, which is good. That's awesome. The open interest is the highest open interest within all of the options contracts there. So yeah, I am definitely eyeballing the $5 strike, September 15th expiry. Let me see the daily of the price movement, right? So this thing can drop. Wow. Okay, we're gonna look at the price action on, what is the date today? Okay. So the price action, let's see, we're gonna look at it on July 25th, about 10:30 a.m. or around 10 a.m. because that's the lowest it was worth. Yeah, it was an 80 cent. Yeah, so it was about $80 for this contract on July 25th, the early part of the day. So let's look at that. So where was the price action on that day? Let's see. The 25th right here. 424. With a low of what? 415. Let me see the low. 414. Okay, so now our discretion is telling us 415 to 385. Nice. Okay, yeah, that's great. I'm going to put it in the watch list. That's what I'm looking at, team. Just full transparency here. Full transparency. I am looking at the I want it to be worth 80 bucks or 85, right? So you're going to see it as 85 or 80 cents on the on those September 15th $5 strike calls. And it's currently sitting pretty high. It's worth right now. It's worth $115. New high of day and TUP. Check it out, man. That was that temporary pullback to 170. Couldn't actually reach the area of 154. Man, look at that. It's creating new highs. New highs. I do have to say that this is not the entry. This is not entry here, team. This is overbought in several time frames. This is all FOMO, and I do not know where this can go from this point. Of course, it can still go higher, but I have no idea, okay, team? But if we can speculate, we can add a fib to this, right? So range high to the range low hourly. Swing high to swing low, actually. So right about here. Potential pullback at 210, 2.618. Let's go ahead and draw that in. Just leave it there, right? So just in case there are some longs here. Careful with that resistance area there. Did it really? It went up to 217. It's been stuck at that 217 top. There's a critical resistance there, so we just have to keep an eye on that. 478 on FNG R. Yeah, team. So, right. So, going back to this yet again. 725. Yeah, that was the dip. That is the support on a daily time frame of that particular option contract support. The support level. The support level, yeah. If it goes down to $85 or $90, I am longing it. Just full transparency here, team. I'm gonna be as clean as I can be with you, right? So those are the ones that I'm looking at. September 15th, $5 strike. I want them to be worth 85 or 90. If it goes down to 80 bucks, then of course that'll be incredible. So I just, oh man. I would honestly, right there, bro. I would honestly just wait for the pullback. I think that those options contracts are going to be very, very, very expensive when they do reach $5 again. So let's go over that. Let's go over the metrics one more time. So we're looking at, I'm going to explain it to you really briefly, okay? It's actually back down, okay? The September 15th are now worth $100 or $1, right? So that's $1 times 100 shares of the underlying options contract, right? So that is why it's $100 on the bid, right? The ask is at 120. People are trying to get out of it. The implied volatility right now is 184.87. It may drop to around 160 to 170, which would allow a lot of implied volatility to the upside. Potential plus 220 or up there. So that implied volatility for every point that you move up, so 192 to 193, you're getting Vega times 100 shares of cash added to your delta, okay? So your delta would be, let's see, delta is 58 cents, right? So that's 58 cents times 100 shares. You're getting 58 cents times 100 shares for every dollar that you move up or down. So if you move up $1, you're getting 58 bucks worth of delta. And for every dollar that you do complete to the upside, gamma applies at 11 cents. So 11 cents times 100 for every dollar that it moves up alongside delta, right? So you're looking at 69 cents total there, plus what's Vega? Let's see. It's almost 1 cent. So let's, yeah, so about, this is going to be totaled around 70 cents that you're increasing per share for every dollar that it moves up. So from 470 to 570, this is going to give you 70 cents total, including gamma and vega and delta. So that would be, and then think of that, man. I mean, really think of that. That's one contract, $70, right? So imagine you, and we're talking about it being worth $85, or I mean, right now it's worth 100, right? So if you were to buy 10, that's 70 times 10 for every dollar that you go up. So that's $700 per dollar. Damn. That's why options contracts are ridiculous, team. Jeez. That's a lot of gain. That's a lot of cash. So, yeah, just to put it that way, right? So, interesting what you can do with options contracts. It magnifies your gain. So, also be very careful, because I'm talking about I'm talking about that $70 up or down, right? So if the asset continues to the downside, you'd be losing $70 a shot, right? For every dollar that it goes down. So it's that's the multiplier there, teams. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I do expect a serious support right back down to that area. Remember, 415 to 385. So so if we get a 415 break, that means that 515 we already saw today. That's going to be whatever amount of contracts you have, you know, times the whatever delta, gamma, and vega are giving you for every dollar move to the upside. That's incredible. To be honest, Joel, I'm still learning selling calls on my process of learning, so I don't want to. Oh, right. So, oh man, yeah, that gets super complicated there, man. If you have enough shares, right, I guess you can actually create your own options that you can sell, or that you can sell. So Jupiter, Arca, I want to learn the way you guys are buying stocks. Do you offer classes? I feel like I live in the Stone Age. I have to be super honest with you. Even people are still asking me like, hey, Arca, you asked me to email you here, but you haven't replied just yet. It's because, team, I just finished the track 1 master students, right? We just they're actually undergoing their final exam right now. I just uploaded it last night. We're approaching week number 14 with track 2 students. And I do have to say that I was looking forward to not teach again and then continue trading, right? But that also makes me feel bad that there's so much retail, wanting some type of education. So I haven't, although I, have said that I may consider it, then just go ahead and send me an email here. I'm going to put it on the chat, right? So, but give me some time, because I didn't want to come back to teach, because it takes so much. It's a real commitment, man. To teach students, man. It's a serious commitment. But I do have to say that I'm so appreciative over the messages that I'm getting from them. Right, like particularly yesterday, one of the master students reached out to me and said, "Look at my portfolio. Everything was in the green." And he was saying, "Sway, I need Arc for Dummies class." So Sway, that was you, right, my bro? He's a master student of mine. The comment that he made to me was very, very much like the one that I realized when I finally saw, when I knew that looking at a chart, I'm like, there it is. I see, like it one day it just displays, it shows its ugly face to you, and then it's just art, right? So he said, I see clearly now. And I'm like, oh, dude, that is literally what I experienced too, the same way. And for that to be given to me from one of the master students was just priceless. Right? So just to kind of put it out there like that, right, team? Check it out. Oh, man, combating that 210, reaching 213. This is a strong area of resistance. Careful there. This is, my goodness, TUP. Another new high of day, 213. This thing is super freaking overextended and still extending. I see, said the blind man as he picked up his hammer and saw. I see, said the blind man in the dark room, looking for a hat that potentially was never there. Right? So, dude, let's see. I'm sure you'll be fine with me. I'm a nice boy. I'm a good listener. You know, all the master students are. They're all so good at what they do now. Oh my goodness, man! It just I'm not gonna hide anything. I'm gonna give it to you the way it is. The course isn't like to understand the trade. The course is actually what I do, right? So I'm gonna give it to you starting from the very beginning, from what is a candle, right? So by going over every single beginner's perspective all the way up to the mathematical applications, that's when you see that, oh, Arca's teaching us him, like he's teaching us his exact strategy. Yeah, it's actually several strategies conformed into one, right? And that it's including discretion and quantitative measures too, right? Or systematic. TUP is still popping, man, but look at that. It's just a strong resistance at that 2-spot 618. It's a very tough area to combat. All right, so yeah, lots of people taking profits there. Trust me when I say, if I see this 210, many pros do too. It's not to say that it's not going to combat it. I'm just saying that it's a strong area of resistance, which is why we put it there earlier, right? Around 10 minutes ago. Anyway, so wait, candles? I'm burning money. Yeah, it's because, you know, oftentimes I'm expressing to you at levels of relevant resistance and support. It's up to me to choose whether the higher relevance is based on an opening valuation of the candle, meaning that the opening is here for a green one, right? And the opening of a red one is on top. Am I doing a body, or am I doing wick to wick basis? Am I doing a combination of wick to body? How am I evaluating the price action? So all of that, team, that's all. There's so much to go over within these little things. And yeah, so Jupiter Arca, that's good, because if it happens, think of me like a like a blank paper. You're a controller waiting to be programmed. A universal controller. Daryl, you're a liar, said the mutant. Were you waiting this whole time to remember? Dude. Sway, maybe we do the class at the same time, Jupiter. Yeah, man, I actually I told my track 1 master students that if they feel like they want to come back, you know, you guys are more than welcome to join the track 2 students on their later class. And yeah, I get a few students who show up, you know, and they hang out there. How about locked videos on the Discord? Let's see, I'd be down where we can learn as our schedules allow. So that is how it's being done, except it's not on the Arca Bulls Discord. It's actually a private Discord. That's called the Arc University. So that's where the master students are relocated, right? And they talk to each other there, right? They discuss. There's a teacher's lounge. All of the week schedule is posted with the videos recorded, right? So they often refer back to the content, and they have to, right? Because of the assignments being given too. And also because the exam is also open note, I'm going to leave it there to their disposal forever. They will always have the lessons the lectures that they underwent. Me and Sway at the back of the classroom. Oh man. Mark Roach, now that you commented there, bro, I remembered you asked me for a ticker. Can you actually tell me what ticker that was so I can evaluate it for you? And I will add, sure. team, I don't mean any type of, I don't mean any harm here when I forget. Okay, when I forget what ticker we were looking at, right? Or if I missed something, I apologize. That's not what I mean. I think this was a 5-day. Was it a 3-day or 2-day? Let me see. Are you still in GME? MNK, of course. Let's look at it. Yeah, team, check it out. The 2-spot 618 working miracles. That's a lot of shorts opening at that point there, team. Potential pullback down to the area of about 180 to 168 at the 1-spot 618. Careful. All right, so let me see. And then one more time here. All right, 473 on FNG R, still pulling back. Yeah, let's load up M. You said what was it again? Let's see. Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. All of this talk about assignments and exams in the Arca Master's course is giving me flashbacks of my college experience. Oh man, it's funny the way I start the course, right? I literally express that. You know, like probably 90% of you will fail this. It's not to discourage, it's to express utter reality here, right? So let's load up the tools here, team. MNK sitting with a market capitalization of, okay, so it's highly volatile. The float is 11 million, 8.7 million on the market cap. This can be mangled left and right, but there is a clear indication for an upside from what? 1 hour ago, let's see, drug maker Malincrot, I'm not sure what that says. It's let's see, it's talking to hedge funds about cutting off $1 or $1 billion. What is that? What it is? It's for the opioid victims. Wow, that's kind of a big deal. The hedge funds are seek to cut off $1 billion meant for opioid victims. Beyond that, let's see, extends $200 million opioid payment, signs forbearance agreements after missing interest payments. Wow, so they have a lot of people in debt. And they actually just added funds to their forbearance program, so that's nice. That's actually really kind of them. They're looking after, I guess, I don't know what to call them, their patients. I don't know what it is. Right, but they're looking out for them, and that's reflective in the shareholder interest. Let's see, 50-day at 162 and the 200-day at 661. Let's see if this thing still has push, because look at this. The daily momentum is already pivoting towards the upside with potential contraction from a critical zone. That usually pairs with a pretty nice upside, statistically speaking. Although there's not enough data for us to kind of go over here, because this condition is set particularly when we start contracting from critical zones. So you can see here 1, 2, and 3 iterations, and the second iteration was right. The first one guessed the upside correctly too, and the third iteration, I can't see, sorry, let's see. Upon the start of its contraction phase, it's arguably bullish by a very small margin. It went to the downside first and then recuperated. A week later, it closed the signal bullish. So, I mean, with iterations, that's how it happens, team. So this would be the entry point, 141, and then the top side of the range led to about a almost 16% move to the upside. But this had to happen in order for that to be met, right? So that's what I mean when I measure these iterations. They all have all kinds of variance, right? So when I say it's something like, hey, we have the opportunity to move 80% to the upside or 200% to the upside, that often gets misconstrued, right? So it's I'm saying that statistically speaking, we are under a condition of which we can use to evaluate a potential upside thrust leading up to this type of valuation, 80% or 200%, whatever it is, or whatever the standard deviation is suggesting, right? So that gets misconstrued. So then I often get these messages or comments, right, saying like, what happened to the 200% move to the upside? It's like, that was a condition from that particular day that had a 67% probability to the upside, of which failed. So, you know, it's 67% is not 100%, right? And they're also statistics, they're not certainties. So practicing like that, team, in probabilities based rules, then that will really open up your mind into trading, right? Because once you start thinking about this as a game of probabilities rather than certainties, rather than the price action should do this or should not do this, price action shouldn't do anything that we think it should do. It's random, right? So it's up to us to determine how that price action behaves with, with looking at the historical values from the asset itself. Yes, I definitely do. Let me go books that I can recommend. Yeah, I'll pull. I'll give you my link to my storefront, right? So on Amazon. So I got accepted a couple months ago into their influencers program, which is quite different than your regular, whatever they called it. Oh my goodness. So if you are curious over what I use for the podcast gear, is also there, right? But yeah, I'm going to put it here on the chat for you, and then you can just click on this link, and these are all the books that I've read thus far. One of which was actually given to me by my brother, actually. He suggested for me to start reading the first book ever. I'm still going to suggest it too. I wouldn't be here without it, right? So the How to Day Trade for a Living by Andrew Aziz. That's where I started. So yeah, go ahead and check out the shop, right? The Arca Bulls shop. Anyway, let's continue. 30-minute time frame here. Downside pivot, very likely to come back down to the EMA 21 if it's suggesting that, right? So I'm going to give you a range there. This is based on a 30-minute. EMA 21 located at 55.75, but the support range would actually lead to the top side of about 55.92, almost 60 cents, right? Yes. Ike, did you actually get the syllabus? It was the syllabus for the master's course is kind of hectic. It's pretty it's kind of a lot. Right, but the good thing is that you get exposed to the content forever, right? It'll forever be yours. 30-minute silver cross happening. Okay, so that could be the validation. If it does so call for it, right? This is also 30 minutes. It lives out really fast. So there's a high probability here that the price action may want to come back down to this zone, 55.75 to almost 60 cents, to validate the silver cross before an upside continuation. So we're starting the cascading. Another thing that can give us that temporary downside is actually the RSI. Please notice that the signal of the RSI is in the gravitational zone of the bull strength percentile, which would essentially lead price action to the downside. But in doing so, the SMA 14 of the RSI is going to be located in the opposing zone's gravitational zone. So that means that we would actually face a support from both the gravitational zone of the bull weakness percentile and the SMA 14 before an upside continuation, thus realizing a temporary downside and validation of the silver cross before a continuation. Okay, so now the hourly time frame still showing a little bit of downside there, likely because of the 30-minute pressure. Bi-hourly should be up, right? 3 hours should be up and 4 hours should be up. Good deal. Okay, so this is a temporary pullback before a continuation to the upside. The more obvious targets are, of course, if you're longing the area of about 55.92, let's just kind of measure it there, right? So your more obvious target would be upwards of about 90.08. I'm not saying that it can go back there. I'm just saying that would be the top side. So if you are going to kind of trade this in the short term, maybe in the interim, then maybe consider a 15% gainer from 55.70, whatever that is, right? Almost 60 cents to around 68 cents. You can actually scalp this, right, and then continue on. But within the same 4-hour period, we already got a touch back down to 59.92, and it's currently sitting 16.3%, actually a little bit higher, 17% up right now. right? So let's see. COSM actually hit 166. Nice. I think I did speak of that bottom side too. I said that if we would fail the 169, then it can actually touch down into a slightly lower target, right? So, but it's showing a lot of bull strength there too. Damn, if it actually wants to touch the very bottom here, it actually has space for 161, which is the literal bottom side of this broadening descending wedge. I mean, if it wanted to, right? Usually that doesn't happen, but since it fell so low, then might as well, right? So where's FNG R? What the hell is it doing? 476. All right, so it's maintaining its drop here. At least that's happening, okay? Jubilee John, COSM hit 169 again. What is the next support if it trends down lower? God forbid. My dude, yeah, no problem. I'm sorry. Did I cut off here? Yeah. So I was saying, I'm sorry. I was leading towards the end of that, right? So, yeah, I would potentially just rise up to the top side of this range here to mark off a pretty nice 17 to 18% gainer. Upon getting long this target down here of 59.92 to 55.75, the immediate short-term timeframes are suggesting that we could touch that, right? But like I said, right, 15-minute and 30-minute, maybe the hourly, but when you're jumping onto the bi-hourly, the 3-hour, and the 4-hour, you're even at the 6-hour, you're actually still pivoted towards the upside, and you have incredible DMI support for this, right? So actually, you're sitting at about 22% ADX, and DMI Plus is currently beating the bears, or it's about to, right? So yeah, I think that this is a pretty nice play. You can definitely play the volatility within this. Definitely. Thank you so much, Mark Roach. Please, you guys, please consider subscribing to the channel. Make sure to hit that like button. Hit the bell icon so that you are notified whenever I do post a video or I am live, which is usually, yes, let's go ahead and look at that one, my bro. I also need to look at GME. So let me just load it right over here. Let me look at GME and then we'll go to GLTO. All right, so GLTO. Wow. Oh, we were already looking at this. I forgot this was yesterday, right? Oh, damn. We got the first, yeah, we were talking about the first target being met. We got it dead on the money. Actually, 369, we were suggesting 368. Very cool. And this was, did you follow the play, bro? Are you telling me that you actually got the entry that I spoke of? I was talking about a 288 or 285 entry, I think. Or was it here? Forgot where it was, right? But yeah, the entry was down to here to 277 to 260, 270 to 278, right? With a potential top side at 285. Arca has a crystal ball in a golden voice. Get your own. Oh man, oh man. But that was perfectly executed, team. All right, we were able to see that target from yesterday. And also the entry. So if you did take the entry that we spoke of, the top side of the range, screw it, let's just say that it was 285, right? If you face the top side of the bulls here, that would have been a 29% gainer. Nice. And it's not done. I'm expecting a pullback here. The pullback can be coming back down to 333 to 326. Next target would be 401. Keep your eyes on that, okay? Let's look at GME, which was supposed to be first. All right, team. So yeah, the last time I looked at this was actually right over here, and I was suggesting a continuation to the upside for the asset to eventually create an ABCD yet again, right? Look at this one day. It just capitulated down here, and it was based on earnings. That sucks. It had a surprise beat of 6.67%, but of course we have that revenue kind of lower, right? But I mean, we're talking about GameStop here, team, right? The PC gaming and handheld gaming even is even coming back, right? So I don't know. GameStop will forever be there, I think, right? So I'm not sure that it's gonna keep up with the same revenue because of the new shift in gaming, right? You're talking about unless they start to shift their retail, their stores, I mean, to display more of that the future stuff, right? So yeah. Anyway, so GME does have this ebb and flow here. Okay, so now that we are at we are below the 50% of the returns. This kind of belongs to the bears, right? So let me actually pair this with the SPY. I want to know how the correlation is. That's curious, because that was kind of what I was expecting. I thought I saw some type of inverse here, but it is essentially doing the same price action, except that it's divergent, right? So if there is some type of recovery here, it may actually be upon the SPY selling off, and it is already showing that strength. Check this out. This pivot here lined up with this red candle all the way down there. We get that upside, and then now that we're getting a little bit of a downside, we're getting a slight increase here. So I'm wondering if this reached the floor. Let's see the 30-minute immediate short-term time frame. What time is the team? 10:15. I gotta get. It's getting close for the guy himself. Let's see. Just a sec, team. Sorry, I just need to make sure that I can have my camera up just to see what the little boy is doing. All right. Yeah, he's way too asleep. I'm gonna have to interrupt that soon. All right, so what the hell just happened? Wow, my phone cable just pulled a cap out. I'm about to shift all these caps into gold keys, team. All right, I'm gonna leave that there temporarily. So anyway, yeah, this could actually be reaccumulating for a continuation to the upside. And the 30-minute time frame is already indicative of that, right? So this is what we were saying in a discretionary manner. Check this out: bullish cross on the MACD. We're already getting the first green bar printed upside of the SMA 14 on the RSI as well. So this is looking pretty okay. Let's look at the hourly time frame to see if it's bled into it. Hourly time frame does have an upside pivot. It's in the gravitational zone of the bearish control zone. So all gold and gold teeth, right? Oh, nice. I was able to apply that key very nicely. Is that really how it... Zephram, are these keys on these mechanical keyboards like the HyperX, you just pop them out? Just no specific way, you just pull, right? I'm not sure if you're still there, bro. Sorry. Yeah, anyway, team, let's continue on here. I'm going to block out the SPY as I no longer need that. Slight upside pivot. Sway, thank you, my bro. Definitely hit those like buttons, guys. All right, slight upside pivot on the hourly. The bi-hourly it may start to react to it soon. We're increasing a little bit of bullish activity here. Okay. This is pensive, and it may actually want to create an upside. Okay, so nothing as of today for news. So this is all consolidation, and I'm thinking that this is actually pensive because of whatever's happening with the Fed, and it's also a reaccumulation formation that can be seen maybe in the 4-hour. Let me just see. I want to see if I can display it correctly here, because this is a smaller scale broadening descending wedge, or descending broadening wedge, whatever way you want to call it, right? So could it be like this? Actually, yes. And then this here, or this one actually. Right. I see it. Okay, so we have a test 1, 2, 3 reaccumulation, and this could be test number 4. These were both fake outs. Test number 4 is coming up. This is looking more bullish than not, right? So, 30-minute, 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 like I said, if we do face some downside pressure on the broader markets, which we currently are, right? See this, the SPY is actually falling right now. It's been falling. So this could be pushing the GME up, right? So if that's the case, then the breakout could be happening here, maybe by the end of the day today. Resistance can be found at 23.21 before a pullback to validate the newly converted resistance into a support before a continuation. The overall take profit per the trading book rules here is located at the genesis of the formation, which is 24.39. If it does play out the way that it should, right? Of course, this is a 4-hour time frame. The smaller the time frame, the lesser the strike rate, but it's still a comfortable enough. Yeah, it's still comfortable enough, right, for us to consider a potential reversal. That's right. That's going to be 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 11:30 a.m. Pacific Time. Jerome Powell said to speak. He's actually starting at 2 p.m. So, sorry guys, hold on just a sec. Somebody had asked me too. STRC for Mindset. What's up, dude? Thank you so much for coming by. So, STRC. Clean rejection from the EMA 55 on the daily. There is a huge shift over here, guys. This is looking very bullish. Let me see if the 30-minute time frame has it or if there's a reaccumulation possibility. Okay, it's starting the curve, which means that the shorter time frames may show upside. There is some upside here, but it's still downside. Hold on. Okay, the 5-minute is actually getting that huge pump to the upside. The 15-minute is likely to react to that soon, which means that the floor may have been found here. There is a probability here of reaccumulating. I'm not sure that I can reach it, of course, but I'm gonna give it to you in a range. 160 to the EMA 21 15-minute time frame, 165 could be an area for pullback, which is consistent to the EMA 55 as well. I was looking at this candle. Let's pull this back. Oh yeah, check it out. Perfect touches. Just using our discretion, right? Absolutely perfect. So there is a probability here of retracing back into this area here. Careful, the EMA 21 is located at the range top, 165. Hey, Arca, I sent you a message on Twitter. Oh, you did? Okay, no rush when you have a chance. Would love some more insight. Thank you, brother. Of course. Yeah, I apologize, team. Sometimes I get a lot of DMs throughout all of the social platforms, and it's kind of hard to keep up with all of them. But doing things like that, like Welby just did, I'll try to remember like that. Thank you so much, my brother. I will respond to you. So, yeah, there could be a reaccumulation here, right? So now the upside targets, if you do get this, I wouldn't trust this to move, huge like percentages here, but you do have an opportunity to scalp. So if you do gain entry at 165, there is a probability that you can reach up to 15%, right? Being this candle top here. I would personally pull out 189, right? So it's not so close to the top side of that. And we can also validate that. Or give it validity, right? Using the fibs from the swing high to swing low. And I'm suggesting, what did I say? I said 189. Right, check it out. 2.618 at 188. That's your geometric confluence. And it usually plays out like that, guys. It really does. I'm going to adjust our take profit from 188. 2.618 tight at 188 too. I thought I just saw 189. Didn't I not? What the hell? Oh, the candle. Right. And even the candle actually... The candle's actually 190. But I'm going to adjust that target to favor the bottom side of this gap here, which is 187. So probably like that. just before the 2 spot 618, just upside of the 2 spot 272, and just before the candle top here. That could be a pretty nice play here. And then natural pullback again, right? Probably to validate the 179 before a continuation to the upside. Those conditions are to be looked at upon this play being over. But that's kind of how I see it, right, team? Short-term plays. Oh, thank you, Welby. Zephram, thanks, dude. It's all black. It's like matte black, the HyperX keyboard. It's super heavy, bro. This thing is like a really heavy keyboard. It feels like it's like, I don't know, 4 pounds, 3 pounds, somewhere around there. But it's definitely heavy, and it's very sensitive. And it has this charging port. It's not data transfer USB. It's just a charger, which I hated. But it's okay. No problem at all. The only reason I hate it is because it takes up a USB port to charge, and that's not cool. Ah, man. Yeah, team. So, yeah, let me do that one for you, Green Mountain, real quick. So, ARDX is what you're looking at, right? So let's see that. Where the heck is Finger? Over here, man. All right, still holding that 476. Oh my goodness. Where's COSM 2, man? COSM currently sitting at 170. Okay. All right. ARDX. Let's see. What in God's green earth is that? Why did that do that? Are you joking? Like, how does that even happen? That's like a rug pull. That's like to gain that's like to gain volatility here. What was that even? What did that even look like? It stopped out everyone and their mothers. What the hell? This thing just capitulates 16% to the downside. You went dead broke for a slight second. How fast was it? I wouldn't be surprised if it's looked at in the 1 minute. Yeah, look at that. Within 1 minute, you got that capitulation. This is a huge shakeout, which actually makes me feel a little bullish, to be very honest, right? Let me look at the 4-hour time frame. That couldn't be, I mean, that's the biggest little hammer candle ever seen in life. That's a really gnarly shakeout. Man, I mean, I know that I say that the larger the wick and the smaller the body, the better the quality. But this is kind of ridiculous, man. That's a little crazy. All right, let's look at some of the more obvious things here. So first of all, what is the shape of this thing? What is it doing? $3.48. 746 bought 3 million market cap with a share float of 200 million. That's I would probably consider trading something like this. Yeah, it's not bad. Oh, dude, let me see this. Okay. There's a consolidation period right now, but it's with a leg up. Right, so it's a new area, a new top. How are we reading this? Okay, we have a gnarly gap down here, and we're holding the resistance from this gap here. Okay, so yeah, we're right at the resistance, which just so happens to match with the EMA 21 on the daily. What is this telling us? Oh, how long has this been going? Let's see. April 2023. Yeah, this is reaccumulation, and I also see it as a broadening wedge. So let's get rid of this thing real quick. So much anxiety within this ticker, man. So much. This could be the connector. Let's go ahead and line this up. Oh man, right. That's why. I got it. I see. how am I going to connect this one here? Let me see this. Oh, I see it. Not bad. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Good deal. All right, so now let's count the resistances. So we have 1 clear one, fake out, 2 fake out, 3 capitulation, reaccumulation. This is like COSM all day. That's just like COSM. Look at it. Check it out. The breakout on test number 5 here, consolidation. Look at this. Consolidation. So this is set to break out of this, but it may actually break out consolidating. What's the average volume on this? Let me see. 2.49. Let me look at one more thing here. I need to see. I'm so used to the Pine editor. Yeah, let me pull up. Let me zero this out. I don't want to see the ATR on this thing. This is ARDX, right? So ARDX has about almost 10 cents on average true range, which is very small. So it's indicative of just a slow moving asset. Right, so if we were looking at it, yeah, it's stuck in a chop zone, right? So this is essentially the chop zone that it's stuck in, right? Something like this. So this area here, it would present the breakout from this, but to be very honest, there's no clear direction, except that the bi-hourly is showing upside, the 4-hour is showing upside. Okay, yeah, there's a slight increase in volatility on the 4-hour with an upside pivot in the bullish control zone. I do have to say though that this, while we're contracted like this without an upside pivot, without expansion happening, then that upside can be limited to this top, 356, while we're at critically low volatility. It really needs to expand here. We need to face an expansion in order for us to see a continuation to the upside, even beyond this the top side resistance of about 356. It's going to be tough to combat this, and it actually makes me feel like I wouldn't want to trade it because I'm stuck in it. I don't want to be stuck for long periods of time like this, right? But it is bullish. That's the thing. I'm not sure what they're waiting for. I'm not sure what it is. There could be something. I'm not sure, right? But that's July 13th. It's nothing relevant here as far as news. If you are following this, then this is set to break out on the bullish test and actually on a true test. But I mean, it's too early for me to even talk about the $5 target, which is by nature the top side resistance of this. That's where it would go, right, my brother? But yeah, I think that it's bullish, but it's just also very slow. And slow moving assets with trading, that's not where you want to be, especially with options, right? But yeah, team. All right, yeah, no problem, Green Mountain. I got you. It's all good. You're very welcome. So I'm gonna go ahead, you guys, and get this little guy woken up, right? I need to get him lined up and ready for his schedule. So yeah, team, I really appreciate everybody for coming by. Please consider subscribing and hitting that like button, right? And everything will be cool. I'm gonna try to release a couple videos tonight too, team. Okay, so yeah, if any questions, you know where to reach out to me, all right, you guys? But I really appreciate everybody for coming by. Moderators, thank you for everything you do. Thank you for all of your support. Zephram, I'll catch you later, guys. All right. Jubilee, thank you. All right, team. Adios. Take care. I'll catch you mañana. Peace.